Body, man, we supposed to be mobbing 4 deep, but somebody's late. But you got us, Law 700, Ant the Great One, and you got Jarrell. What's going on, fellas?
But somebody's late.
Episode.
We starting off like this, man.
Hey, man, somebody told me they was coming. We even started 10 minutes late, and they still not here. This is ridiculous. Virtual. He ain't got to pull up. Virtual lateness. You gotta love it.
Hey, yo, virtual lateness. That's that VL, man.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Even when I started working from home, I still had some some late days. Y'all ever just was late, even working from home?
Yeah, I started 7 o'clock, right? I don't log on to 7:05. Fuck y'all. What are you talking about? No. Yeah, I think that's just black people in general.
I think we just take advantage of the time that we got. You would think that we would use our now that we're not using our commute.
Man, I roll out of bed, brush my teeth and wash my face and just go downstairs.
So how's everybody's mental health, man? What we doing?
Speaking of mental health, look at your mans. Ooh. What up, Jay? Mic check. You hear us, Jay?
Yeah, we don't hear you, Jay.
Yeah, you muted or something. He go bring the thumbs up.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
So what we doing? Who want to go first? Mental health. Talk to me. How we doing?
Somebody go first. I'm doing.
All right. Let's get into the episode.
Somebody go first. I'm doing links. I'm putting that show out there. Y'all talk shit.
Mental health. Hey. Nah, just just had my therapy appointment the other day. But nah, fucked up. My kids are moving, so
where they going?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Man, shit, man. I hate.
Man, I gotta find somewhere else to move, man. I don't want to move around you motherfuckers, yo. Like,
not like it's not into the
even the outskirts, bro. It's too many. It's too many of y'all up here, down there now, bro. I'm going to fucking South Dakota or something, man.
It depends on what you do, though. It's a lot of money out there, though.
Said South
Nigga gotta get away from you niggas, man. You like
South Dakota, though.
I wouldn't mind moving out there as long as the Wi-Fi is clear. I'm good.
Nah,
it's not like I go outside anyway.
Why? Wyoming. Let's go to Montana.
Why not?
Hey, you got plans to take it to the A?
No.
No, I'm saying he tried to.
No comment.
No comment.
I lived in Atlanta already for 6 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was dope when I was a child. I always told myself I would take my kids back because my mom took me and then her mom took her. You understand what I'm saying? So I got to keep that legacy alive. Let them kids get that black culture. They understand what their history is and all that too. You know what I mean? It's a lot of history in Atlanta.
So Jay,
yeah,
we know your kids of a certain age, damn near adults, right?
Right.
So is it the age that plays a fact? Like, did you just throw your hands and say, "Okay, cool"? Like, what's the conversation? Because I know as fathers, we talked about this either last week or 2 weeks ago in Jarrell, where we take on more of the responsibility as we'll figure shit out, right?
Yeah.
So as the father, when you hear that, what's your reaction? And I know their age plays a part because they know who their daddy is, but what's your reaction?
So my reaction, I've been waiting for this for a while.
So you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew this shit was coming when me and their mom split.
Okay.
That was the rumors. They about to go da 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 da. But it just happened. Like we're like we co-parent, so co-parenting ain't it's not a problem. It's just like it's talked about. We discussed it. It's just all right. So, no, I mean, I'm cool. It's just I'm more. It's going to be getting used to not being able to see them at the drop of a like
Mhm.
at a
Yeah.
10-minute
Right.
car ride,
And that shit don't never change, bro. That feeling
and
never goes away.
and then it's also them learning, going to a new school, learning a new school. That's just my concern. They're in good hands. You get what I'm saying? Like that, I'm not worried about that. Is but like Ant said, I like them to get a different side of you know the culture, and then even their history. Like they've been in pretty much suburbia pretty much all their life. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Only time they've been around or in like hood atmospheres or just black culture period is when they're with me or my house or shit like that. But their school is mixed or majority.
Hmm.
It's a good mixture. So I'm happy for them. Like they getting the
Yeah,
fuck out of here, bro. Like
that's
my
a
one
fact.
daughter's in the nails, the other one's in the makeup, so she's basically going to the Mecca. She
Let's
actually she actually said she was scared to do nails out there. She was like, they take this shit serious out there. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
hair
well,
too.
shit.
Yeah, bro.
use colorful
You
nails.
better start taking it serious then.
I
Like, what the
mean,
fuck?
Right. Right.
I
Right.
think I think we all can agree that Jersey is trash. We live here. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Oh yeah.
We
We
know.
love it because it's home. We
Yeah,
love it because
Any
it's home.
any
I
But
guess it
place,
depends on
any
trash in what way.
places, any
Jersey is
places,
trash, bro, in
any
every way.
places
Like
Jersey.
every
trash,
way.
any place where a person grew up at. And as I got older, I'm no. What I
No,
mean by
no.
is
I know what you're saying.
I've spoken to people who live in Atlanta. I've spoken to people who live in Florida. I've spoken to people who live here and who like even when customers come in with an accent or a different area code, my thing is, oh, you in school? They're like, nah, I moved out here. My first question is why?
Mm-mm.
And
But
they
you
be
know
like,
what? I can definitely
I got
attest to
tired
that.
of
There's some Georgia people who want the fast city lifestyle. The difference is the reason why it doesn't work for them like it works for us because it's wild expensive in the
Right.
city,
Right.
right? They might not
Yeah.
like where they at. They're still getting a bargain for their buck. So when they come
but
here,
it's
they realize they can't survive here. We go down there, it's more easier for us to adjust, fam.
Right.
Because
That's a
it
fact.
is, but it isn't. But I know a lot of people who've come back. I know a lot of people who've quote unquote moved to somewhere where it was, cheaper. But like even when I was moving to supposed to be moving to Florida, price is the same. Only
no,
like
no, it's not.
no, no, depending on where
Really?
you go. I was going to
Okay.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Some areas.
One bedroom apartment was still 1300 1400, and you
It's
get what I'm
like
saying.
that.
And
Okay.
that was on the school's discount. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if I wanted a one bedroom apartment with a washer and dryer in there, I was still paying 1300.
Well, that's crazy because when I went to Florida, we went to Disney World. So we was around there and I saw houses for like 200, 250 with 4 bedrooms, jacuzzis, pool in the backyard. Like
This is
it's
recent.
How
2 years
long ago
ago.
was
So I
this?
was like 19.
Yeah,
Before
nah,
COVID, we
Oh
went to
yeah,
shit
Florida.
shit
is
changed after COVID.
shit
Shit
changed,
changed.
bro.
Yeah.
People, yo,
Yeah,
they
shit
even
changed,
saying
bro.
it. They saying the same thing about Atlanta. Like, if you go to
It ain't cheap no
Atlanta,
more.
prices are the
Oh,
same. You gotta live, like you said, on the outskirts. You gotta live 45 minutes. 45 minutes at least outside, and that's
man.
even getting bad. Like my coworker, he transferred to T-Mobile's doing his rural shit where they're going into areas where service or is just now picking up. So he moved out there and he's bro. He said his commute. I think he said 2 hours if he
Mm.
wanted to go like
Nigga.
Nah, I'm
and like
good.
right. So
Yeah, when my kids had moved to Atlanta, no, to Georgia, it was in a spot called Moultrie. Moultrie's like 2, 3, 4 from Atlanta. Like,
right,
and when you go there with your Sprint phone, it cuts off, and you got to now use Alltel. Like that's how it be. Like
right,
Oh,
right,
you don't get
right.
Yeah.
T-Mobile or Sprint or Verizon in some of these backwoods.
When
yeah,
my
I'm good off that.
where my mom family is from, yeah, they don't. They have to use Alltel too. Even
Yeah,
still.
AT&T is big down there. Like,
Oh, that shit
um,
sound like it's horror movies to me, bro.
bro, like nigga, AT&T got they're like they got a cable service down there. They're like competing with Xfinity type shit. Like it's called Uverse. So like they have their own like cable shit down there, but it's everywhere. Like I said, all the popular areas are now pretty much
Nigga, y'all
New
still
York
got
living,
cable?
huh?
Y'all still got cable?
Hell no.
Nah, I don't got
I
cable.
got
okay.
Fios.
All right.
I got
just
Fios internet.
checking. Yeah, I'm just doing a
And-
cable
Yeah, I got the
check.
internet.
and,
but,
YouTube, and YouTube TV.
Shout out to Roland in the chat, but we're going to get mature real quick because we're bigger than that.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Come
have a
on,
real vision. He's talking about
yeah.
basketball.
I'm just, hey,
in the words of Sue Surf, the real shooters is still in my hood, nigga. So
All right, fellas. So episode 150.
Oh, that's dope. Jay showed up for the 150.
you know, I was just about to say
dope.
that.
that's what it was.
For the buck
Gotta
50.
show for the miles.
That's
He
what it
didn't
was.
even know it though. He didn't even know it.
Yo,
Gorilla
I
track
Nah, I
jacket
know it.
on.
Okay,
Nah, I
150, right? Jay here. How many episodes you think he been here since?
Nah, nigga, I
100
got
to
a good
150.
record. Don't do that.
From 100
100 to 150?
Probably like 6.
No.
Probably like
I say
6.
70, I say 75. Jay's
Like
here in the early day. Oh,
Oh.
look at that. Look at that. Jay has decided to leave us, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
there you go.
fella.
I'll say
He's saying from,
Hey, yo, as
no,
soon
he's
as
saying
soon
from
as
100 to 150. How many he been in?
I
From
said 100 to 150, not all 150.
hey, yo, I swear,
Out
I
of
was
the
in the
city,
connection, and I was like, yo, them niggas gonna talk about that. I already know.
150. 1 to 150, I gave you,
6.
nah, less than that.
Wow,
It is.
is it?
I do this, nigga. Yeah, I think it's by like 4 or 5 times.
All right, niggas not that much off from 6.
And
Fuck
that's-
out of here.
It's 50 episodes, though, nigga.
Nah, man.
It's all
shit,
good,
you
though.
know.
So then that's like
I
that's
work
basically a year.
retail.
Well, it's glad to have you here, sir.
Shit, I work retail, and I would have been here 2 Sundays ago, but bitch, I was hungover.
So where do we want to start today, fellas? We know what's on the docket. We got
dead.
it's Black History Month, man. We're gonna celebrate ASAP Rocky for doing what he do, but I don't know if y'all want to start there yet. But I definitely got something to talk about with that.
For knocking up Rihanna. That's what we're gonna celebrate him for.
But there's more to it though. I mean, we can start there if y'all want. Yeah,
Let's start there because I'm curious.
We're gonna give, man. We're gonna give some congratulations to ASAP Rocky, man, for not fumbling the bag. You know what I mean? For handling his business. Now, that might sound like some funky news, fellas. We talked about this last week and we forgot to touch on it. The Janet Jackson doc. What we forgot to touch on was how Jermaine Dupri idiotically with the bag.
Idiotically?
Oh,
Do you think that was? Do you really think?
Let me get my bars off, baby. You ask me what I want to talk about.
Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt your freestyle. My bad.
Idiotically, he fumbled the bag, and if y'all saw it, he just decided to say because I was with Janet Jackson, women was attracted to me, and I decided to fuck.
and I decided to fuck. That was
What he
stupid.
said.
Yeah, that was real stupid.
It was real stupid. ASAP Rocky could have been Jermaine Dupri.
Nah.
He chose not. He chose not to be Jermaine Dupri. If ASAP Rocky would have fucked this up, and Rihanna would have went, I'm just gonna go marry some Arabic guy in the middle of nowhere because I'm just tired of everybody hurting my heart. We would have been looking at ASAP Rocky like he's a goddamn
Flaw, what kind of guy?
That's a fact.
Arab. That's what Janet Jackson went off and married him.
Fuck you said.
Okay. What I say?
Arab.
Oh, my fault. My fault. It might be the internet connection. It's the internet. I say Arab.
It's the internet
Connection. They cut me
Go
off.
off and marry
It's
an
hilarious,
Arab guy.
Because Janet Jackson, she's a national treasure, fam. And I know documentaries are supposed to make you look great. I know, but Janet Jackson is, she's awesome. Never met her, but according to the doc and her music, she's pretty dope. People love Rihanna. I mean, people worship Rihanna, and
That's an understatement.
It's an understatement, but people love Janet. Like growing up, maybe we didn't understand it as young boys, but them old heads, Janet was her. Like right. Janet might be our Rihanna pre-social media.
I think the Janet and Rihanna comparison is kind of crazy.
That's
as far as a crush, as far as everybody's crush, right? I'm saying, Penny. We talk all the old heads that I know. They follow Janet from the rooter to the tutor, my man.
Yeah, that
like Janet kind of leave her own though. Like you can't like really compare.
Okay, not saying that I'm putting them against each other, But pre-social media, growing up, Janet was her before I
that's a
knew
fact.
she was
No,
her.
that's a fact. Yeah.
And maybe it's me because I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
a hater.
We
We
know.
saw Jermaine Dupri. We said shit. You mean to tell me I had a chance?
Right.
Right.
You mean to tell me all I had to do was Jermaine Dupri? Get the fuck out of
he's
here.
sick,
That's me hating.
bro.
That's me hating.
That's me.
I mean, but you
That's
ain't
me
alone
hating.
on that. A lot of people hate it, bro. Like
That's-
a lot
we
of
hate
people
it.
hated that, bro.
But you got to do the right thing, though. And if your way of fumbling the bag is just by saying, yeah, I would have rather been in the studio and just fucking other bitches, that's crazy.
But
Except
look-
Rocky. Okay.
But look, don't you think that Janet might have looked at Jermaine Dupri as the come up?
I don't care.
She was
He still-
dealing.
he
She was
fucked up.
dealing. She was dealing. She was dealing with a lot at that time. So
Cool.
you can't
He
say
fucked up.
Janet. I'm
No,
talking
he
about
fucked
when they got together. Like
And he
yeah, it
fucked
was
it
just
up.
like I mean yeah.
The introduction
but
could be whatever you want it to be. He fucked it up. ASAP Rocky did not.
yeah, because I think ASAP Rocky fucking up with Rihanna is way more of a nigga you fucking up than Jermaine Dupri fucking up with Janet. There's no
So-
benefit behind Janet.
What? What are you talking? What?
Say that again.
Bro, is you
There-
stupid, yo?
Say that again. What did you
See,
just say?
that's why you don't be on the show that much. That don't make no sense.
Nah, it really
What you
doesn't.
mean, man?
Like, what benefit-
Crazy.
What do you gain with being with Janet?
Yo, just by
What do you-
being Janet's man gets you all the attention in the world.
Word is like
She's under fire. Like my nigga,
Under
like
fire?
nah,
Wait.
man.
Under fire how? Because she was with
The
Jermaine
Super Bowl
before the
shit.
Super
Bowl shit, 'cause the Super Bowl
Bowl
shit-
she was with Jermaine before the
she's on
Super
a
Bowl.
black- She's on a blacklist.
She was
Bliss.
with Jermaine before the Super Bowl, bro.
She was with Jermaine before the Super Bowl.
Was
and
she?
during the Super Bowl. And
Yeah,
during the
she
Super
was-
Bowl. He was at the
And
Super Bowl.
during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
at the Super
shit.
Bowl.
But still, losing Rihanna is way more than losing Janet. in
I
my
didn't mean to compare
expect
them.
you to say that. I expect you to
I
say
didn't
that.
compare. I didn't
I'm
mean
like
to
that.
compare them in that nature because
Nah,
whoever
you
you
did.
like, no. But I'm saying is whoever you have a crush on more, whoever you are attracted to more, that's a personal thing. But as far as the way it looks, right? Because I don't know if you saw it or not, but social media had a field day with Jermaine Dupri. And this was before, and people been knew they broke up. But once again, pre-social media days, so you don't get that same interaction on social media. People are following Rihanna's every move.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
get what I'm saying? So it's going to be highlighted more. It's going to be like Rihanna just has this bigger light on it. If it wasn't for this Janet doc, we probably wouldn't be talking about Janet because it's just Janet is not in the social media era.
I'm a little older, so I was one of those kids that was obsessed with Janet Jackson at one point too. If Janet grew up in the social media era like Rihanna did, she would be bigger than Rihanna. Her music was way bigger than Rihanna's, yo.
Yeah. She sold way more records. Her shit.
So imagine if she was in the streaming era. Just think about if Michael Jackson was in the streaming era. If we think Drake is popular, like that's not even.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
just
even a
had,
question.
I just had that conversation with my daughters because they're back on their Michael Jackson shit. So, and I just said the
Really?
same
What's
thing.
that
Like,
mean?
yeah.
My son
Michael
is
Jackson
Michael
shit.
Jackson shit.
Don't get
Dog,
Ed
we
started.
just went to
Ed
fuck.
started. What's Michael Jackson shit? Say
Don't
something
do it.
nice, please.
And about to
Listen
get
to
on
Fox.
your helmet, nigga.
Bitch been listening to Michael Jackson for the past fucking 4 days, bro. I
Your
took my
kids have?
daughter- Yeah,
Bro,
like my
salute
kids
What's
do
the
to
that.
problem with that, though?
That's
Bro.
beautiful. Yeah,
No,
that's
That
no,
doesn't
no,
mean they
no,
know
no,
good
no,
music.
no, no.
nigga. Like,
No. It's not no problem with it, but it's like the same thing you said. Like I told them, I was like, if there wasn't social media back then, you get what I'm saying? Like I was like, that shit would have been crazy. I was like, he did all of that without social media. This nigga was worldwide without
Well,
social media.
let me say this though about Michael, and we can move on because I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I think social media would have definitely played a reverse role because Michael is one, bro. His transformation, him would have, I think it would have played backwards for Mike because he had too much going on, and we were just able to ignore it because he put out
He
music and it wasn't.
He would have took
He
the
wasn't
Jay-Z
no, man.
role. Mike
nah,
would have took
he's
the
bigger
Jay-Z
than-
role.
He's way bigger than Jay-Z.
No. The Jay-Z role was social media. Like how he don't post. He
Oh,
like,
yeah,
if
he
you look at
wouldn't have
Hov,
posted.
if you look at Hov page, like is this even
Okay.
a
No,
real
you
page?
see how many followers Beyonce have on social media? Can you imagine how many followers Michael Jackson
But it's
in
not
his prime would have had?
yeah. It's not about him posting. It's about what will be trending, and he would hear it anyway. Like we ignored all the Michael slander. Oh, the monkey, the chamber. Oh, the nose, the skin. We just was like, oh man, he got a new album out. Fire. It wouldn't have been like that if social.
Flaw, but he would have got more praise too. I think it all would have equaled out. You're right though. It would have been a whole. It would have been a whole lot more negativity in his face, but it would have been a whole lot more praise in his face too. Like this is Michael Jackson we talk about. He had little white girls fainting in Germany without social media, fam. Like
right.
Like Mike was different. Like I can't compare him to like Chris Brown or Drake or somebody. He's not. They're not the same. Like he's not. They're not nearly as big as he was.
Mm-hmm. Right. But also, you know, just with all the shits and giggles though. Congratulations to once again ASAP Rocky. I hope that this nice family works out. I don't know if y'all did y'all see that meme of Drake when he was looking at the phone? They said that he was looking at the news break. Shit was hilarious, fam.
Man, they was killing Drake and Chris Brown, bro.
I really think Drake was looking at the shit because I would too, fam. Like we all got hate in our blood. Like I want to stop being the only one.
That's corny. He already got his own kid, yo.
Don't care. Fam.
Nah,
you can't
but that's Drake though. Drake was probably definitely was looking at it with disgust.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all still think you care about that?
Hell yeah, it's Drake. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Seem like they've been over for like 10 years, nigga. Like it's been long. It's been over, fam. Like I'm pretty sure he's moved
Drake
on.
Drake is a certified love boy.
Oh, that's his problem. That's his problem. Then that's nuts to me. Like, they broke up damn near 10 years ago.
But just from the history of him, the history of Rihanna. When she called Chris Brown back, he came running. When she called Drake back, he came running.
Wouldn't you?
Would I, Rihanna? If there's somebody out there that I would, I'll say that. There's always somebody that.
Well, I guess my point is she ain't called this nigga though. That's
but if she would have,
she would have, yeah, but she didn't. So it's been like 10 years since she called you or thought of you in that way. They was making songs together in like the friend zone. He was hot then. Like it's about time you drop that off now. Like the hate got to go
the
somewhere.
type of guy he is. We making songs together. We hot. The chemistry. Let's go out. I'm saying even though she hasn't called him, once the baby comes in your mind, it's really over. Like shit. Like I can really stop now because
even after you had one.
Son, the fucking bar, yo.
Hey, yo,
the TikToks and the bars.
Yo, dudes are terrible people.
We are.
Niggas was giving Drake bars. Like,
men
Drake
suck,
about to be on the next song.
Jay, it all boils down to men suck. If Drake has this attitude, that's a terrible attitude, man. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. He probably do feel that way, but that's just how men think. Is weird as hell. Like
they said Chris Brown, or we say Drake called Chris Brown when he in the studio, and it was the video from Usher from Confessions. When a news shot, don't play like that. Put that on everything. Yo, that shit crazy. But yeah, shout out to them. Congratulate to them. We ain't never getting a Rihanna album.
Looking up. This is me.
I didn't think he was gonna get a Rihanna album anyway. To be honest,
I know, but we had faith. 50 been rocking, but we thought we was gonna get one snuck in.
Nah, it's over. We may get a feature. Right. We may get her a whole feature or something like that on the soundtrack or something. But
it ain't gonna be on his album.
That nigga ain't dropping no music either.
I think he can, but
I know he can. He ain't.
I mean, she can too. Like
he in a new tax bracket. He is new.
I think he gonna bring out something.
He been in that tax bracket for a while now, bro.
Huh?
He's been in that tax bracket for a while.
Not in Rihanna's tax bracket.
I ain't about to sit here and compare money, bro.
Yeah, I don't care. If I got money, I got money. I don't care what tax bracket, man.
Yeah, rich.
If we eating noodles, it's because I want them, not because I have to. Regardless, I don't care if I got $1 million, you got $1 billion. I'm still eating what I want. That's my thing. As long as the roof over my head and the food, I don't have to eat ramen noodles because I have nothing else. I'm eating them because I choose to. I don't care what tax bracket you in, baby. Unfortunately, as men, to Jay's point, we get killed for that. If your girl makes too much, some men can't handle that. I don't care if I have my own bag.
I never understood that shit, yo.
Pride and ego, my nigga.
Pride and
ego.
Especially if y'all won. Like, it's how you what
because it depends on how that woman handles that power. If she's
that
sunning
part too. Now that
if
part
she's
too.
sunning you and giving you an allowance,
Well, I mean, if she's sunning you, she wouldn't be your woman in the first place.
Exactly.
I know somebody that got sunned with their own paychecks.
Well, that mean
That's crazy.
she was sunning him before that even came about. Then.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like
See,
she would
Nah,
like
that
if
nigga
you didn't
broke.
like that in the first place, she wouldn't have been your woman in the first place.
Exactly.
Like,
He accepted that
it
from
wouldn't have
the
got
rip.
to that point that she your girl and something you.
He's super
Like,
submissive.
Like,
I tell people this, right? And I don't know if I mentioned this on this podcast, but masculine and feminine energy exists in all of us, right? There's some feminine energy in me and masculine, right? There's this video going around where this guy asked his girl, has she had any leaky, some shit like that, right? Sneaky links.
oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I seen
and
that.
she says, well, you was a sneaky link.
damn.
And
But she married him though.
she married him, but he was a sneaky link.
But he didn't.
right?
He never knew he was
never-
a sneaky link though.
He never knew that.
She
So
said
a
that
lot-
nigga was like a sneaky link for a minute. Too.
Yeah, and she was like, when you proposed and we got engaged, people was like, damn, you talking to him, because she would never talk about him because he was a sneaky link. So the thing is, I'm saying that to say, a lot of women are like, man, I can't wait to talk to this certain guy like that. So a girl sent it to me, and I said, well, this is what happens when, she has her masculine energy turned, like she knows she can talk to him like that. It's what I'm saying.
Right.
So he's feminine in that aspect. She's masculine. I mean, she's the dominant one because she can talk to him like that. Normally, it's the man talking to the woman like that. But this works in this case because their bond is, well, I'm more dominant here. You're more dominant there. So when it comes to the money, it just depends on who has the money. If it's her and she's in her feminine energy, she don't mind taking care of you because that's what they do. And if you confident and if your pride is to the side, you'll accept it. But if she is sunning you with that bread, it's a different conversation.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
you knew she was like that before you even knew how much money she made.
Right.
You knew she was
that.
like that.
You had to have, or that means you weren't receptive at all, and you just wasn't paying attention.
Your girl is not just going to wake up and start sunning you. She won't do it if she know you can't. That's like it for men.
That's weird shit.
Yeah. And as men, you're not about to start checking your girl if you've never done it before. You know she won't go
Ever.
up. Hey,
Like, you ain't never did it before. Like something she make ain't like it's too salty or something. It's too salty. She'll look at you like you crazy.
So do you?
If you never said nothing like that before.
So do you feel like? Do you have an issue with letting your girl be dominant in areas that where you're weak at? Let's just say, for instance, if you have a good paying job but you suck at finances. So
she should be handling the finances.
She should.
Right.
So do you call that sunning then?
No, I call that being smart.
Being responsible.
Yeah,
bro.
that's being smart. Because even as a leader, if you're a
know
real leader,
you have to know how to follow.
You have to know how to follow, and you have to realize that you can't do everything. Like no leader does everything.
Got how to delegate.
So now, was she like, if she told you like, all right, in my opinion, when you're married or you're in a relationship or married, you should never just have a joint account. You get what I'm saying? Would you?
Me and my wife don't.
Would you be acceptive to her saying your direct deposit gotta go to the joint account so bills can be paid and then we disperse from there, or is it breakdown?
Whatever works for you, I would say. Though, I mean, you can't just.
Yeah,
I
think it depends on the people.
Right.
Like I wouldn't be opposed to that, but
yeah.
if there's no reason behind it, like as long as the bills is getting paid and I'm taking care of my responsibilities, she's taking care of hers. If she doesn't want a joint account, then we don't have to. But if she does, that would just have to be a conversation.
And Jay, I think those are different.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. It just depends.
Yeah, I think those are different. I think that her helping you out is different from her talking to you any type of way with the money. Like it's not the money, it's not the bank account. It's our communication. It's just like if she comes in the house and just calls you stupid all the time, like, give me that goddamn money, you idiot. You know she can talk to you that way. Yeah, it doesn't know the money. She just knows she can talk to you that way.
all you made,
money,
nigga.
you idiot.
That's all you made.
Yeah, that shit.
Hey, yo, your queen calling you an idiot when she come in the crib is
relationship over.
No, but she thinks like she can talk to you that way.
I'm about to say it's not over because he liked that.
What happened though?
Yeah, she gave her the green. She gave her the green light, fam. That's why she's doing it.
It's just like I don't know. It's the same thing. Whether you want to be dominant or submissive in any aspect in a relationship, it just depends on the people. It could be sex, it could be finance, it could be who in the kitchen more. It could be who cleans the house. Who takes the trash out? Like all of that has to be discussed. You should not have like a preconceived notion of once you move into with somebody. Oh yeah, that's just how it's going to be. in that case, you're gonna probably move in with the wrong person. You have to have a conversation when it comes to that.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said have a conversation because I think some people, and I'm saying you, Jay, but some people just think that the way it works.
Wait.
I'm not
Some
saying
people, but you,
can't.
Jay. Oh,
no. I said not you, not you.
I thought you said him too.
Yeah,
It's the Wi-Fi.
Damn, nigga.
Wi-Fi.
You, Jay.
Wi-Fi. Not saying you, Jay.
Fingers, but Jay.
But I think
That's what it sounds like you said.
I think some men have a pre-notion that they're just supposed to be the head of the household and do X, Y, and Z, and then when they get into that situation, the girl might test them. She might throw that jab out there, call him something. And if you don't respond the correct way, you then left the door open for that to happen. You get what I'm saying? So it might shock you. Now, Jay, you said, oh, it's over, whatever. If you don't handle it right then and there, like Jarrell said, conversation. Because at the end of the day, as the man, as the leader, as the head of the household, right, it's everybody's job to test you. And even your girl is always going to test you to keep you on your toes.
Kids test you, nigga.
The kids test you. It's everybody's job to test you, fam. Like because we're like nonchalant, cool human beings a lot of times, and we might seem like we slipping, but we not. That's why your girl always get on your back. We call it bitching, but in reality, they always supposed to make sure you standing on your ones and twos.
Because if she not gonna check you, who is gonna check you?
Mm-hmm.
She gonna make sure that don't happen. That's why they do it. Like it's
in your household. Yeah.
We don't understand that because I used to tell women you wild annoying,
fam.
You
gym just now, bro. Like damn. That was the gym just now.
It is.
It might sound like it's bitching, but no, I mean it's her job to keep you on your square.
Her job.
If she don't do it, who will? Damn, that was just a gym.
It is.
Anytime we say something wrong, we need a ding and some shit like.
You need to find that out, man.
You know what it is? I think I'm just old, and we don't usually talk about this shit anyway. We not talk about music.
Right.
Well, we got some music to get to. Don't get me
I was just saying, like, if we talk about this shit all the time, I got mad old ass gyms. You see these gray hairs, nigga.
I mean, if y'all want to get into
y'all
want to get into the music, man, we got Verzuz coming up, man, and it's about the lovers.
Oh man,
I can't. I just, for some reason, this interface is updated, and I can't put the images up, and I don't know how I got to figure it out. But it is like a Verzuz with Anthony Hamilton and
Music
Soul Child, like I said last week. It's official.
It's official like a tissue. It's official like a whistle.
Wait, when is it?
15th. Day after Valentine's Day.
Day after y'all day.
Y'all day?
When is Valentine's Day? Is this a Sunday? Because you know Super Bowl
Monday.
coming too. Okay. So
it's the day
Valentine's
after.
Day
It's the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's the day after Valentine's Day as well. So Valentine's Day falls on Super Bowl?
No, nigga.
Monday.
Monday.
Oh, Monday shows you what I know, fam. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
We know.
No, it's a work day. That's how I know. It's a work day. That's
It's a work day. It's a work day, and I might take off just cause.
Yeah, I don't.
Me and wifey might take off and just chill and just play fucking video games all day or watch Ozark or something.
Oh yeah,
Paul
Ozark
got set his appointment.
I'm not doing things.
Like you could tell. I could tell I'm old now too, in my 40s. That me and wifey celebrate by just not going to work.
It's the simple things in life, but you know what?
Simple shit, we don't go nowhere, fam. We just take it off.
That's how y'all connect, though. If you was with somebody else,
right? She likes
might
that.
be bitching like, yo, so we really not gonna do nothing.
We're not going nowhere.
Right.
We might let you get away with it for the first 3 years.
Right.
But now it's just like, you know what?
Right. And then you gotta change. Then you gotta change because she's not changing.
Now you going skydiving, nigga.
They want you to read their mind and shit. It's just like
now all of a sudden you going scuba diving.
Right.
You can't even swim, but you going scuba diving.
I thought you was happy with the wings and the Ciroc on the Valentine's night.
I ain't gonna front. If my wife just all of a sudden change, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be super hurt. Nigga, I am lazy. I don't do nothing.
Who got you acting different?
Word. Because she think I'm gonna go skydiving. She got something. Cause no way. No.
So I got a question. I seen somebody post. Since we're on the Valentine's Day thing, right quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jarrell.
Mm-hmm.
I can answer this.
I seen somebody post. Huh?
I can answer this too, if you don't mind.
No, you can't.
Nigga.
You can't.
No, you can't. Nigga, you are a sneaky link. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, yo. You know what's crazy, though? But Flaw got like the oldest kids, though. Like, his kids oldest.
My
Ain't
kids
your kid in the
nigga,
movie coming out next week or some shit?
My girl be 21 this month, nigga. Shout out to her.
Oh, yeah. I keep on forgetting. Aunt got an old kid, too. Damn, yo. Like, y'all got mad experience that I don't. It's just different.
What's your question, man?
So I seen
What's up?
somebody post. They inquired to a chef about a personal,
I seen
like a
it.
personal setup.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he said his usual rate, is 500, but since it's Valentine's Day, so inflation's 300, so
Yeah, it makes sense.
800. So 800. So how would you
30% markup? God damn.
That's crazy. Yeah,
God damn.
Yeah,
How would you feel
that's
if that
kinda
was a
crazy.
response? Like we
Ain't
we all know
30%.
we all
That's
know
not
we
wild.
can cook. We
What
all
is
know
he?
we can
What is
cook.
he doing? What kind?
So that's the thing. It's like you got to give him the menu. You got to give him the vibe you want. You got to give him, you hiring a personal chef. So
Is he gonna buy the food?
yeah, he's doing all of that. He's buying the food.
He's buying the food, and he's going
buying the food preparation. So would you say that 800 is worth it, or would you just go get a room and go out to dinner and do all of that?
Why can't I answer that? This is a crazy question. Go ahead.
I know what it is.
So you can't answer it now.
The answer is easy. It all depends on your bank account
Your
and
bank
what you
account,
feel
Nigga,
like.
life. Yeah, do you got it or not?
Hey,
Like,
Jay.
If I got it or not.
No,
Because
it's
if I just got
normal, responsible people with the nice savings and with the nice a good account, like we're not.
Jay.
I guess
Okay.
it's still
I understand.
honestly knowing me personally. Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
that because that sounds like some fly shit that I like doing. I like doing
Right.
fly shit.
Hey, Jay.
That's
I'm
all.
not Dr. Love or nothing like that. I'm not. But a
We
lot
know.
of the questions that you do ask us are like subjective to the situation, right?
Yeah, it does. That's subjective.
Is your girl into that? If she is, that's your job to prepare
Right?
for.
Yeah.
So if you call the chef up January 29th, that's your problem.
right.
This is something you should have been cooking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The date doesn't matter. That inflation is
does.
coming. It does not. I can tell you right now, as a person who provides a service, I charge more for holidays. No matter
Makes
when
sense.
Yeah,
you
that's a
book
fact
me.
though. Because
I
I'm
feel
telling
you.
You could call me for a
Valentine's Day
Christmas party
Yeah.
next year. No, the
It'll
prices,
still be inflated. Yeah.
I
It's
feel
still gonna
you.
be inflated.
I feel
I
you,
get
but
that.
if your girl is into that, see, only reason why we're doing now, maybe now there's two different people. Maybe I'm the spoiler and I'm just gonna spoil her and she's not even asking for it, or
Yeah.
this is what she wants. So it's two different people, right?
Right.
If this is what she wants, I'm just saying it's your job to be prepared for whatever comes that way. That's all I'm saying.
Because even
So-
if I do want some fly shit, right? And I ain't got 800, I need to find somebody worth 400.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Or cook
You know what I'm
yourself.
saying? Or
I'm not
cook
doing
yourself.
that. Because to
Yeah,
me,
right.
because no, I'm
Right.
not. No, the reason I'm not
That's
doing
not
that because cooking myself isn't fly to me.
Okay. I get
Having
it.
a personal chef and we just sitting there chilling, watching him in our kitchen, just
That's
doing
dope.
this thing with the candles and shit. To me, that's dope. It's
That's
just like
dope.
being on a real date. If I'm in the kitchen, that ain't fly.
Nigga, you sweating?
Yeah, that
Like,
ain't fly.
yeah.
No,
And
no.
Jay, you can't answer your own question. You can't just say I can't afford, so I'm going to cook. What does your date want? This is not about you. You can't. I'm just going to cook it.
I mean, to me,
It's a perfect- I have a
Valentine's Day,
perfect example for that,
Valentine's Day is not to say it's about one other person. I believe both should be celebrated on Valentine's Day. Now, ask yourself this question: what female doesn't want to eat?
That's
is
not what
true.
we're saying. That's not what we're saying.
That
That's
is what the fuck I'm saying.
That's a
not what
fact.
we're saying.
That's a fact.
Flores,
But then
you
she
just
might
said
not
it.
still
If your
appreciate-
girl is
she's-
into that, like,
But she still might not appreciate the flyness, though. I think that's what he means, like
Yeah,
the
I'm
flyness of
saying,
having a
yeah,
personal
the
chef.
flyness,
She
not
gonna
the
want to
eating.
eat regardless.
Want to eat?
But having a personal chef, that's some fly shit. Like that's completely different than us going out or us ordering.
I'm
in.
going to say 90% of women would appreciate the fly.
Would appreciate the fly shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like
should.
majority
at least.
of women would appreciate. The,
Okay, Jay.
you ain't
Maybe
got to
85%, yo. Let's bring it
walk
down.
in,
85.
Yeah.
You walk in the crib, rose petals on the floor, balloons, flowers.
Yeah, if she don't like, if she don't have no reaction to that flaw, you might have to
I understand what
You got a
saying.
New
Yeah,
York
you might
chick.
have. You might
That's what it is.
like
No.
your girl is broken. You might take her back to the store, nigga. I don't know what's happening.
They ain't trying to change the narrative, Jay.
No,
If you
there's
can
no
afford-
narrative to
Hey,
change.
Jay, if you can afford it, do it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if you can
Man,
afford to do it.
That's
If you
what
can
it all
afford to
boils
do it.
down
I
to,
guess
bro.
that's the moral of the story.
That's
You
what
can
I'm
afford
saying.
to do it.
Now,
If
if
you
wanna-
can't afford it,
you
it should
moving
not.
the
It shouldn't
goalposts,
even
bro.
be a question.
No, you moving the
who
goal.
moving the goal post?
You,
Why would you
Flaw,
listen?
first you started out with, what if your girl is not into that? Now it's, if you can afford it, do it. Like, nigga.
Okay, but you saying a chef. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? A chef. So you want to do it big. I'm asking you now. Who is this for? Is this what you do, or is this what your girl like? I'm asking. Who's Who's gonna be more impressed by this?
I guess I see what you're saying, Flo, but I guess everybody is saying that everybody's girl would and should be impressed by that, or it gets kind of murky. That's weird.
Okay,
Right.
so what I'm saying is, right, because Jay said $800. So we're talking about your girl with the budget and she's saving the money. Is she gonna be okay with the $800? Like, if this is her idea,
like, say if you Jay, I see what he's saying. Say if y'all was married, right?
All right.
Is your wife okay with you taking $800 out just for fucking Valentine's Day dinner?
Gotcha.
Regardless of how fly it is, she might be like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
But again,
hey, lobster don't taste that good, nigga.
But again, I'm saying when you're doing this out of your allotted budget.
Now, see, moving the goalposts.
No.
Yeah, so now you're definitely successfully moving the goalposts.
Yeah, budget on the side.
You're diving too deep into the question, nigga.
Right.
We're not talking about
because the price wasn't really the
right. It's because people were bugging out. People were bugging out about the price. People were bugging out saying 800 is not worth it. You know, not doing that for 800. That's crazy. I even joked on the post.
It's relative though. Like that's very subjective.
I said I pay I pay $180 a year for masterclass. Chef Ramsay is on there giving up all the gems.
First of all, Chef Ramsay shit is nasty. His shit is trash. Like
it was a joke.
Chef Ramsay was up there spilling the beans for the 100, nigga.
I'm joking.
I'm just saying, let's not put no stock in him. Like he's trash.
Yeah, no. I was joking.
Jay, I'm just saying
it was a surface question, Flaw. No, we're not trying to backtrack to the conversation we had.
I get what you're saying.
Would you surface question?
If my girl, I'm not into that. I'm saying I'm not into that. That's why I'm saying if my girl is into that, then it's my job to plan that ahead of time.
So what's your ideal Valentine's Day celebration?
I'm not really a Valentine's Day guy, bro.
Hold on. See. I don't like. I don't like this. I got to do the OG check-in. Flaw, you supposed to answer that fucking question because you are the only, not the only, but you are the predominant single person on here and actually looking. Answer the goddamn question.
I'm about to answer the question. I'm not into Valentine's Day. I'm glad that I'm not taking.
How do you answer the question with that?
Listen, he's gonna wake up.
I'm not into Valentine's. Answer the question so you get some girls, nigga.
He's gonna have a red velvet protein shake before he goes spend his Valentine's Day.
Hey, did y'all think? Listen. Did y'all think I was bull BSing when I told y'all old girl got mad at me over the pizza? Did y'all really think?
Wait, what pizza?
Oh, you wasn't here?
You did a heart-shaped pizza, yo?
I'm mad you wasn't here. Don't tell them.
Let's talk about Valentine. Let's talk about Verzuz.
Christ.
Yeah, let's get
Wait, you did a heart-shaped pizza?
If you tell that story on this podcast again, making every black man look bad.
You did a heart-shaped pizza?
No, Jay, I didn't do that.
Nah, he didn't do that.
Who we got, man? Music Soldier.
Yo, man.
Flaw, you can't check in for that Verzuz, bro. You can't listen to that Verzuz.
Yeah, matter of fact, you ain't even qualified to listen to this shit, man.
You can't listen to that, bro.
I'm thinking ordering Domino's on Valentine's Day.
Hey, I'm glad y'all brought that up. Let me tell y'all. No, I'm glad y'all brought that up. I'm so glad you brought it. Just reminded me. In high school, I did have a Valentine's, and
who'd have thunk it, nigga? In high school, I did have a Valentine's. This story is nasty. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Our song was Music Child Love. That was our record. That was our record, our friendship record, or at least that was the song.
I keep on forgetting how young you are. I'm mad you was in high school when that shit came on.
Yeah, I was in high school.
You said that was your friendship record.
We wasn't together, but she was a real big crush of mine, and my boy had hooked me up with her as a friend. I think she was in between trying to talk to me and this other guy. The other guy won. I'm not mad at it now. At the time, you go like that, but
have it. Y'all song is Love, and you lost.
Yo,
this not
could have picked a more dirtier Mackin song than that.
Nah, well, okay, but let me tell you the backstory of it. Let me tell you the backstory of why I lost. I had, back in my poem days, I had wrote a poem. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Back in my poem, I was that dude. back in my poetry days, I had passed it off to my mans and them. I let him read it. He gave it to her.
On some Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh, he did some. Oh man,
He gave it to her.
Dang,
So
he
she-
on some 5 heartbeat shit.
So
Yo, you was Cyrano?
no. So he bagged your crush on your
Off
word.
his
No.
Of his bars, bro.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what it sounds like. Okay, go
Hey,
ahead.
my fault. We was all in class together. I seen this girl, and I fell in love. Like, oh, she's gonna be mine. And one question was we wound up having a class together. So my man, I had wrote this shit because that's how I got my bars off, fam. I wrote that shit down. I passed it to him. He read it. He gave it to her, and she looked at me. She said, "Thank you." I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, so that was our introduction to each other.
Oh, so she know you wrote it though.
You know, I wrote it. That was an introduction.
So why did he give it to her?
He wasn't. I didn't think he would, but it was game. It was like, let me help my man's out.
Like on some pass it to her type shit.
Yeah, like, yo, my man wrote this for you.
I'm about to say, I don't know if he was. He might have been hating too.
He ended up getting there.
But this was the hate on his part that I found out later. The reason why me and her didn't work out was because I think I either had the baby or the baby was on the way, and he told her that. So that was her thinking. It's just like, I ain't gonna really mess with him because
wait,
he
who got somebody else pregnant and your man told her and he got with her?
I think I was in the. We was working together.
He's in the Dirty Mackin Hall of Fame for that.
Yeah,
we worked.
definitely is.
Yeah. He did. He worked both
He
shit.
get a brown doodle
was
jacket
rough.
for that. That is
That was
Dirty
rough.
Mackin
Yeah, but
Hall of Fame.
we cool to this day, and just when you young and you hear all the stories, you like, ooh, thank God I dodged that bullet. But in our high school crushes, it is what it is. Like, it's not like, oh man, that was it for me. But yeah, music, huh?
So they say every guy has that one that
That's
broke their
painful,
heart.
bro. God
Is
damn.
that your one flaw?
No.
Is that why you are why you are?
Nah, but that it helped. It helped make me understand some shit more though. Like that's some painful shit, kind of like.
It
Did
is.
they ruin Valentine's Day for you?
No, fam. I just never really was that guy.
And you still was cool with him after that?
Can we get fucking past this conversation right now, bro? This shit is
He's trying to get you down. It's getting you down.
This shit is crazy. Like, man, we talking about
Flaw got the gloomiest love life ever.
Like, damn, yo.
So that means
because for that to happen, for you to have a Dirty Mackin experience in high school, man, like that's
crazy.
That's kind of.
I think I've always took all my losses. I think I've always took all my losses like it is what it is. This is what it is.
So during that verses when love dropped, we're gonna have to check.
That's gonna make me think.
I'm gonna check in on you, bro. We're gonna say something.
No, don't check on me. But that song. So that song right there. So I'm saying up to say that music Soul Child did have me way before Anthony Hamilton. I think Anthony Hamilton might have came out after Music Soul Child. If I'm correct. I don't really know when he came out. Okay,
he did.
Nah, like kind of like the same time.
Like a little bit though.
Nah,
like music was out in like 2000, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
came
like
out
2000. Yeah. Music Soul Child definitely just had a hold on me, and I think that Anthony Hamilton came later. Like I really wasn't checking for him.
I was never an Anthony Hamilton fan.
Yeah, I wasn't checking for him. But then this record
coming from where I'm from is dope.
It's dope.
But
Charlene is dope. But for his whole body.
The album is dope. I mean, but outside of that, I can't get past the beard, bro.
Oh,
shave that shit, shape it up.
So correction, music. So technically, Anthony Hamilton was out in '92. Music was '95. That's when they were present.
Yeah, I knew. But he was trash back then, though. Like, so that don't count. It's like Mobb Deep first album.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. New Soul Child first album came out in 2000, right?
2000. Just listen to some shit. Yeah. I just want to sing.
Just Listen is his second album.
I just want to sing.
That came out in 2000. Anthony Hamilton's first album came out in 2003.
I'm just saying active as artist. My bad. So my fault.
Yeah, Eminem Hamilton first.
That's coming from where I'm from.
Yeah, that was his second album, the one that actually popped. That came out in 2003.
Yeah.
But Music first album was in 2000. I remember that.
So let's keep it a buck. Only a savage would keep score of this. This is for the lovers. I'm just going to say that I'm anticipating a good show, and Music Soul Child is just going to hit home for me more.
Well,
just because I want to remember where I was in a certain songs.
It ain't just that. It's just, he's the bigger artist by far. Like, he's going to kill him. if you
keeping
was keeping
score,
track of score, like Anthony
Yeah, he's
Hamilton, they did this before the show, and because it was like they didn't do this because of their careers were aligned. Really, Music Soul Child has way more hits and good albums compared to Anthony Hamilton.
right.
Yeah, you
So
legit
what?
have to be like an Anthony Hamilton, like
Bro,
fan,
knowing
fan,
them, they
fan.
may do some duets or some shit from some old Stevie Wonder
Yeah,
songs.
I think it's
and
gonna
shit
be
like
fly.
that.
But
Know
if
what I
we just
mean?
gonna talk about like verse, their
Song for
catalog, song to song, hell no, no. Like Music Soul Child go beat the hell out of him. He gonna whoop his ass.
So, but I do got to ask you fellas this. I've seen Anthony Hamilton perform not as much as Music Soul Child because people seem to make fun of Music Soul Child when he's not at his best.
See,
I'm
that's one thing too. I've personally seen Music Soul Child twice.
okay.
He was awesome both times.
Okay.
But the narrative is that he's not a good live performer.
Yeah, that's the narrative.
But
Yeah.
he can't sing
personally,
live.
for me, he was good both times. But I'm sure that he could have had bad shows and stuff like that. But just personally, I've seen him twice, and he was good.
Okay.
I've never seen Anthony Hamilton live.
I've
Because
seen him sing live before.
Yeah, Anthony
He
Hamilton
can
gonna
sing.
get washed.
He can sing live.
Okay. Because I was just going to say, if we thinking that Music Soul Child is going to wash him, then we got to go to performances. 'Cause
Performance?
Yeah,
I've
hell
seen
yeah.
Anthony Hamilton perform, and he knows how to get the people involved.
Right.
He just knows how to do his thing. He knows how to, like, he's a better singer. You get what I'm saying? Like, he has a better voice to me. Music Soul Child might have more of the hits and more of the songs that we know, but when you get on that stage and it's time to perform, just through the grapevine and just from here, because I haven't seen music perform, but I'm not saying that I'm going to take all the social media clips that they've put on the internet and say, hey, that's him. But if that's the energy that you carry around with you, that's the energy. We even laughed at him, his R&B cipher. Like when somebody laughs,
Right.
when somebody is right.
I
So when
remember that.
somebody's clowning on you, regardless if you deserve it or not, it just become an avalanche of snow rolling downhill.
And the thing is, I don't know if he just had good nights on and there was 2 different years that I saw him. They were both with a live band, and he did well on both times. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Hamilton, bitch, he got that down south church voice. I think
Yeah,
he's
like-
banging church. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're gonna talk about who's the best singer. Yeah,
He's gonna sing.
That's a
like,
better
he's gonna sing. He's gonna sing.
conversation.
It's on a Monday,
different
right?
conversation.
On Monday.
It's on a Tuesday.
It's on a Tuesday. It's the day after Valentine's Day.
What time?
Super Bowl is Sunday.
At 8
8
o'clock.
o'clock.
Valentine's Day is Monday.
Versus Tuesday.
It didn't like the NBA All-Star weekend got to be soon too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll
And
be a nice little couple weeks.
I ain't gonna be able to watch it.
but speak for you. But we got to talk about that too, though, Fat.
What?
And I think that this kind of piggybacks off what Jay kind of was saying a little bit. Maybe I'm reaching, but we just named the Super Bowl versus NBA All-Star.
It would have been the Grammys, but they canceled the Grammys, right?
But I don't really know if we put that in the category
yeah.
because
But it would have been though.
even though I'm single, I still know the women are watching. Oh, the All-Star game on tonight, huh? Okay, cool. We'll watch it. Super Bowl's on tomorrow night. Okay, cool. We'll watch it. They're waiting for something for them, fans. Like you always got to give and take. So like how Jarrell just got like, oh man, the Super Bowl, the All-Star game. Now his wife might watch the shit with him. That's them. That what makes them work. For the rest of yous, make sure you find balance in this situation that's happening. When it becomes too much of a male thing, the women are going to watch. And they're going to want something in return while you sit on your ass.
If niggas were smart, they would have took their asses away Friday and Saturday, come back on Sunday for the time of the Super Bowl.
Because,
Whatever it is, just make
but
sure you do something.
honestly, though, the Super Bowl is actually a little late this year. It's like a week late or whatever than it's usually. Usually, the All-Star game
It's around
and Valentine's Day is like the same.
Yeah.
It's around the same weekend or the same area. Like they just a week later because I think because of the Super Bowl. They weren't going to have the All-Star game the same weekend as the Super Bowl. That's stupid.
I think
They moved it.
remember the NFL. Did them adding that week, or they took away a preseason game? So did the season extend?
No.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
just,
It
they added a week, but they took away
a preseason.
preseason games. So it's the same amount of weeks. It's just more regular season games. But remember, they switched it anyway. They pushed it up. The Super Bowl used to be in the middle of January.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if y'all noticed. They just changed the
It's
schedule.
getting later and later, bro.
Yeah, it's getting later and later.
Nah, I think it was that adding that extra week. It pushed everything back. Yeah, they
How?
took away one preseason game, but the NFL season still started on its regular starting date. No,
All right, but think about it, bro. Back in
I
the
don't
day,
know.
bro, the Super Bowl used to be like January 27th and
that's
shit
why
like
that
Yeah.
that,
extra
bro.
that's why I said that
Oh,
extra
oh,
week of the
No,
bro,
but
regular season. The
but
extra week
even
of the
with the
regular
extra week,
season.
it
even with
still
the
don't
extra
add up.
week, Jay, it still don't add up. The Super Bowl isn't until the 13th of February.
Yeah.
Like it used to be the damn near 13th of January. Like they pushed it back a couple weeks. Like as the years go by, I know what you mean by this year, but this is the first year that it happened. It might have been pushed back a week because of that, but just to go along with history, like they've been pushing it back. Like now it's in February every year.
And all I'm saying is, fellas, balance.
Well,
Balance.
that's what Valentine's Day is though.
Okay. You might get a girl that's greedy. Oh, Super Bowl and All-Star. I'm just telling you. Stay on your P's and Q's, man. Is that all we got for the verses? Can't wait for it.
Yeah, I mean we probably talk about it some more even next week because we still got a week or two. We still got a couple shows before it even air.
I know that this is for the lovers, but the versus rollouts have been competitive. Do we get any type of competitive in this one?
Nah,
That'd be corny, right?
Be corny.
Two grown ass,
because I think
two
music
grown
knows
ass men.
you can't outsing fucking Anthony Hamilton, so he gonna chill.
So y'all going no type of rollout? They just gonna pop up on versus?
I think the rollout is them doing it on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Neither one of them dudes is the type of dudes that be on social media anyway. Neither one of them really talk. So you can't have like I think of it as like boxing, trying to sell the fight. That's all the other dudes been doing. Ain't no selling this but Valentine's Day.
And it's already sold out, so
Right.
I think this might have sold out quicker than the other ones. What's up?
So we're not tore up for this. Super Bowl has always been in February.
That's not a fact.
That's not true.
I'm looking at the schedule right now. I went from now and I'm in 2006. It's always been the first week of February.
Okay. Go back from 2006, bro.
2015, February 7th. 2014,
Bro, I said from 2006.
February
go further.
1st.
Before that, Jay.
It's always been in February.
Right. This nigga can't even-
Okay.
Hold on, but you said since 2006 on. What about before 2006? Nigga, I was born in 79. Like, I don't care about just 2006 on. I'm talking about period.
Got you.
Like throughout when we've grown up, it's always been in
It's
January.
not let me go back. It's not let me go back past 2010, but it has always been in February, bro. So
Nah,
that
that's
extra week pushed it back a week.
So y'all ready to get down to the nitty? Like we've had a lot of serious fun conversations. I like it. But it might be time to get a little serious again about what we, got going on in the music industry. Spotify, if you don't know, has gave millions and millions to Joe Rogan and his podcast. And basically over the last few weeks or years or whatever, Joe Rogan and his guests have been allegedly stating false narratives about the vaccination. And people are livid.
Like what?
Their music, and they wanted their music taken off. To me, yesterday it got to a frustration point for me when the socials decided to dig up old videos of Joe Rogan using the N-word. And Joe Rogan coming out with an apology stating that was 10 years ago, which makes him 40 something. But it was so old that he didn't know better. Still was like a 30, 40 something year old man. But we know it's the same old. Fellas, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really sick of people using black people to spearhead their movement. This is about the vaccination. The removal of music of artists, NDIRE, and a few others. Decided to remove their music because of the misinformation being spread about the vaccination. But what they did was they decided to play on black people's emotions and say, hey, Joe Rogan used the N-word, which he did a while ago. Y'all didn't care.
Didn't he do that? He did that on the podcast with Charlamagne, right?
I mean, he said it multiple times.
Said it multiple times. This is what I'm saying.
And people was on Charlamagne's ass for letting me say it.
I get that. I get all of that. But he did. He said it numerous of times. Nobody cared. He still got the richest podcast contract of all. He got everything he ever wanted, even by saying that. Still got black people coming to the show. So that's why it's hard for me to have energy for that, because that's not what we really care about. The real
because
narrative.
so he could say nigga like multiple times, but once he start spewing stuff about the vaccine, now they want to take their shit off.
Now they want to take the shit off, and they go, hey, black people, help us, because he said the N-word. Man, we got nothing to do with this shit, man. I'm on that type of time with this whole Spotify thing. I'm also in favor of fuck Spotify. Remove your music is your choice. I because me, I get real passionate about stuff like this, especially when I feel like people are talking to me like I'm stupid or trying to use me. And the Spotify director or creator, he stands with Joe Rogan, and he says that he just doesn't want to take people's stuff off because they have an opinion that doesn't agree with yours. So, fellas,
I actually don't like that either.
Okay,
I don't think they should take him off just because he has an opinion about the vaccine.
I agree.
We all know the agenda, though.
But just because I disagree with him, that's weird as hell to just I got to take him off because I don't agree with him. I just call him stupid and move on.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you really don't agree with him, just call him dumb and move on. But people are mad that he has such a big audience that he's spreading false information about the vaccine. But those people that listen to him probably agree with him.
We know it's false though,
because it's proven that it's false. Like he's saying it's false shit. Like it's already proven from science and real life shit.
He already said. We don't, but he already said that he don't even know anything he said is truth. He said he's
just talking.
He said he can't control his guests, so it's not like it is true or not. He don't even know if it's true or not. And just like what Jarrell just said, if you listen to Joe Rogan, then you already share his beliefs. He's not teaching something new to somebody who is listening. Like if Joe Rogan wants to sit on his podcast and say, "Don't get the vaccination because it messes up your DNA," that's his right. His followers follow him for that reason.
Right.
If there's another podcast that say you better get vaxxed or something's going to happen to you, that's their right as well.
Right, and you don't have to listen to him just because you actually listen to the podcast. You don't have to agree with him.
Speech.
I really think that a lot of people with a lot of followers, and we've seen this with Donald Trump. He knew he was wrong a million times, but his followers like that energy. So why would I go against my core? Because they don't really follow you. They just follow you because you might.
I don't think so. I think half of this racist shit that Donald Trump said he don't even believe.
You don't even believe it. But that's my. I'm listening to y'all, and this is what y'all like.
This is what y'all like. All right,
that's
I'm
my
core
That's
audience.
My way in. That's my way in.
I'm not saying he ain't a hater. He hates all of us. He hates all of them. He doesn't care for nobody.
He hates everybody that's broke. It don't matter. He don't care if you white, black, Mexican, or whatever. If you don't have any money, you are beneath him. So yeah, he'll talk about niggas. He'll talk about anything just to get elected. Like,
why I go against that? Because they'll turn against me. Because there's no real loyalty. If Joe Rogan was to stop doing what he do, his listeners will go find somebody else that will. Because there's no loyalty. It's not like there's nobody we listening to. Like even our favorite artists, right? If he start talking some bullshit, we gonna go, oh.
What the hell is that? It happened to Kanye West. It happened to Kanye.
It happened to Kanye.
That's why y'all hate Kanye still.
I was thinking about him, but I didn't want to say it. Because listen, you can't flip from George Bush don't care about black people to you.
Bitch, slavery was a choice.
Yeah, right. You can't. If his music to me, nobody's nothing is that good for me.
It's worth that. Yeah,
it's worth any of that. And if that's my honest opinion, to say, hey, fuck Kanye, if he on that type of time right now, I don't care that I was a fan of yours 5 years ago. I'm not that guy. I think the Joe Rogans and other people who have this cult following, they're afraid to tell their followers the truth because you know what? You're gonna have some drop off. You're gonna lose some money. It's about the bag for them, fam. He's never gonna change.
Right.
Especially Spotify, huh?
No, go ahead. Especially Spotify.
I'm about to say, and nor should he change.
Especially Spotify is not going to do nothing about it.
Nope.
That's the thing with the shit that I posted earlier. The Awkwafina chick. Yeah. They're saying the same thing. They're saying that content creators and people who aren't black are using the black characteristic to get ahead. So
this is nothing new, bro.
We talked about that,
but it's the fact that it's the first time. This is the first time I've seen black scent.
It's new for this generation, bro.
I've never heard a word black scent of the black accent. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
what?
well, they just called it different
yeah,
stuff.
they just yeah.
Yeah, they
What?
just called it different stuff. They called it talking in ebonics.
Yeah,
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 Ebonics.
they
I
just
was just gonna
used they just repackaged it as something
I was
else.
gonna say that.
So,
Now I sound
it's the
old.
same
Back
shit.
in my day, we just called it slang. You know, like, oh, you
Yeah,
talking shit.
Yeah, word of
That's
life.
all it is,
Slang.
man.
or just how about this? Talking black.
Yeah,
Talking
talking
black.
black.
Yeah.
That's the only thing black. That's what black sin is. Just talking black. They just repurposed it.
Right.
And so what?
And so the video that I posted said, I mean, if you want to look at it and see it, they were tying it back to the black face, red lips, the the racial videos of how that people would, we're entertainment. So now when people do like TikToks or viral videos when they imitate a ghetto girl or whatever the case may be, is with the nails and
Right.
and
I think
and all the slang. So
don't.
that's why they're saying that's why she removed herself off Twitter because of the backlash that she's getting. I mean, it's gonna fuck up her career. She was in 2 big movies. She was
Mhm.
in
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, which was a dope movie, and then she was in Jumanji 2, which also was a dope movie. So when she would go on her press runs, that's what would come up. But my question is like, why now? Like, what's happening? What's happening now that everyone's making a big deal about it, or that is
Hey
going
Jay,
viral
Now,
Jay, let me ask you this,
now?
Jay. Go ahead, Jarrell.
I think, regardless of what it is, people are being more outraged now because people have voices to be outraged. Sometimes when people, like either white people or anybody that's not black, used to do that, they could get away with it because we didn't have enough power to speak against it. Now, obviously, we do. So when we see it, they jump on them because it's bullshit. Like, and I don't even know if it's bullshit when it comes to her. I think it's a slippery slope because the talking black or having black sin or whatever. I think personally it depends on where you grew up.
Right.
Because no matter what color you are, if you grew up in a certain area, you're going to sound like that anyway.
look at Paul Wall, for example. He talked like that for real.
Right. There's mad examples of that. So I don't call like Paul Wall a culture vulture or anything because he's part of our culture. He grew up in it. No matter if he's white, black, or whatever. It just depends on if you grew up in the culture. It doesn't matter what race you are. But if she's the type of person that did not grow up like that and all of a sudden she sounds like that, yeah, somebody's going to jump on her ass, Jay.
So no, what I say, like what's happening now, like what's happening with her, that all of a sudden it's a big thing. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, she's making money.
Yeah, Jumanji came out a couple years ago.
It's because she's making money though.
But Jay, listen to what you're saying though, right? When actors play a role, regardless of how racist they get, we all still know to keep them in that space. She might be the first person to, because we don't know her outside of her acting, but she might be the first person to take her character and make a YouTube page out of it. What if Robert Downey Jr. took that blackface? Because people tried to make that a big deal, but we enjoyed the movie, right?
Yeah,
if you watch the movie, you get why he was doing that shit though.
Yeah.
But imagine if he created a YouTube page and just started doing the shit every day.
Then it was like, all right, Robert.
Yeah,
right.
You need to chill the fuck out.
She started out like that on. She started out on YouTube. She's a comedian, so she started out
cool
as that. Like
Awkwafina.
But now she got a lot of eyes on her.
No, she's been.
Okay, cool. But now she has more eyes on her, and you get what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, it draws attention. She just like this might have been a brilliant idea if it worked, but it didn't work. She might be the only person to take this character and then make a side hustle out of it. Like now, maybe she, like Jarrell said, she grew up in an urban neighborhood. This, that, and the third. I don't know her background.
Yeah, I don't know her background, so I can't say it.
Yeah, but I don't know. But you're saying why now? She might be the only one that's doing this, fam. Nobody else is taking their nationality of whoever they are and then creating a black this black character in a sense, this black person, this Asian person with the black persona, and it's the first of her kind. So people are looking and going, "Say, are you making fun of us?"
And plus, as I think personally, they probably outraged now because nobody knew who the fuck she was. Just like us now, right? We got a nice little following, but we could pretty much say whatever fuck we want to say. We're not going to get canceled because we don't have the audience to get canceled. Now that she has the audience, they're going to get on her ass now because she's famous enough to get on. You don't get on non-famous people.
That's kind of like what we said, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if episode 60, we said something crazy. We said, yo, why'd you say that? We can get away with it now.
Yeah.
Boy, when we get...
If we get big, like I know what you're going. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
If we get big, I'm taking that episode.
Yeah, you gotta delete that shit. You gotta delete
that episode, Jay. I don't know what time I don't know what y'all think this is. I'm taking that off, nigga.
You might as well delete everything up to 100. Then.
Yeah, I'm deleting that shit, fam. Like I'm not stupid. Like that's dumb.
How many times we put our hand on our heads like Jay?
Every episode. Fucking
That's what I'm saying. So, but we can get away with it now. We can get away with it now. But if we listen, if a podcast platform took us on, and I can remember there was some crazy shit from episode 2.
It's mad stuff. Yeah. Ant definitely had to chill. Like Ant might not be on the show. Like we had to kick Ant off.
Y'all gonna do addition Ant?
Nah.
Oh, they gonna do addition Ant.
We got a Bobby Brown Ant.
I ain't gonna lie. Broke ass niggas back in the projects fucking with Ant, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. Ant came a long way. Ant used to be on some real shit. I was like, Ant.
Hey, yo, a couple times, man, you let the F word fly a couple times in them early episodes, nigga. You can't do that when it's like episode 180 something. You can't be.
I'm a married man now. I don't use those.
Yeah. You can't. You just can't do that, man. Like it's just a certain attitudes and certain the way you talk to your audience, depending on how big that fucking audience is. You'll lie to yourself and say it's not. But the bigger you are, you will watch your mouth. That's just
what happened to Whoopi.
And what she said was crazy, but the fact that they suspended her though was bullshit.
Yeah, that's nuts though. No, that's it. She ready to quit.
Because they let Megan McCann say whatever the fuck she wanted to say, and she was on there for like 3 or 4 years talking that shit.
Bro.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Bro.
What she said was stupid though.
I don't know what she said. Yeah.
I know what she said. What she said was wrong. It didn't make any sense. But
she said something about color or something like that.
She said the Holocaust didn't have anything to do with race.
But guess what? What does she mind her business? I don't know why we.
Who asked her that question? Who asked her that?
Nah, but the thing is, she should still get a right to say something stupid without getting suspended. When other people on the show said something worse, said something worse or even similar, and didn't get suspended.
But you know what though?
Go on and apologize and get your own show like.
But you know what though?
She already apologized though.
But you know what though? To piggyback off what Jay was saying, right, about this Asian lady. What's her name? Because we sound crazy.
Awkwafina.
A nigga, her title is Awkwafina, bro.
Awkwafina.
Okay, Awkwafina, right? And in the group text, I said I blame this on hip hop. Like when I
don't see how, but
fam, her name is a bottled beverage. You goddamn right. It's good. She's gonna be like that's hip hop altogether. Her name is hip hop being called water, fam. Her name is Awkwafina. Yeah. She sounds like a rapper.
Yeah.
When the corporations came, there's no, and Styles, listen, I've heard Styles P and Nori say this a million times, fam. Like, we don't have a union. We don't have nothing that represents us. Every corporation comes and takes from hip hop, right?
Right.
All of them. And they think they so cool when they do it. Like, whenever there's something started, there's something hip hop about it, something hip hop-ish about it.
You can blame hip hop at TikTok.
Yeah.
And what they get mad about in hip hop? White girls doing some dances and getting famous off of it, and black girls not getting famous.
It's because of hip hop.
And all they do is take what we do and create a dance off of it, a remake.
They've been doing it for years, though.
Doing it for years. So that's why when they showed me that, I said, "Man, you know what? Let her do it." Bro, I'm tired. It's floods is open, fam. We can't.
I'm at the point that I think Awkwafina, she from Queens. Queens, where? Hold on, she from Queens.
Well, it says place of birth, Stony Brook, New York. But I'm looking. It says she grew up in Forest Hills.
So she's not acting. If she's not acting,
she ain't acting. Then
she's not acting.
She from the hood. Like, what we talking about then? Like, now I gotta take everything I said back. Like, she my sister. Know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck we talking about now? Like, she can say whatever the fuck she want to say. It was good.
But the thing is, I get it though, because if she was an African American, the videos would be funny. Like, if you just are an Asian or a white guy talking like a black guy, is entertaining.
Right.
And it can bring in millions.
It's a novelty. to talk like us when you're a different race. It makes
But if
sense.
we do it, it's
It's
just
regular. It's regular.
Right, yeah, you're just a regular black girl from Queens.
yeah. So
But
that's
if you but if you're Asian and you sound like a black girl from Queens, it's a novelty. Like
Yeah, that's
people
not
would
normal.
go
That's
there.
not normal.
which
Yeah.
what made her entertaining in that Marvel movie. Oh, shit. Like
Bro,
she
it's a lady.
So what-
It's an Asian lady in Trenton, New Jersey, right now that sound like a black lady. Yo, shout out to Kim's on North Clinton Avenue, Delhi, right across from the police station, bro.
Yeah, I
She
believe it.
sound just like a black lady, bro.
I believe it. If she grew
So what
up
do you
here,
put Michael Rappaport and Gary Owens?
he talks like he's from New York.
no, but Michael Rappaport was from Brooklyn. Like he's
Yeah.
supposed to sound like that.
He don't sound black to me.
And he
You
don't
don't
sound
sound
black,
black?
either. He sound like a white
He
man
sound like
from
a white
Brooklyn.
guy from New York.
Because so what they do so what they did in that video, they said the same thing. Like they say nobody's mad at like what is it, not Macklemore, fucking this disrespect that I was about to call his man Macklemore. The one who just passed away.
Mac
The white
Miller?
rapper. Mac
Mac
Miller,
Miller?
yeah. Mac
Mac Miller?
Miller
I
and
can see how you can get them tongue
how y'all
tied.
said Paul
Yeah, Mac
how
Miller.
y'all said Paul Wall and like they
See,
them coming into the game wasn't I'm trying to be black. It was just I'm rapping.
right. Mac is from the
get what I'm
hood in
saying?
Pittsburgh.
So
Right.
it's just like I'm
Paul
not
Wall from the hood in Houston.
right. So that's what they were saying. So they were saying like when these content creators, because it's like when Flores said maybe she's the only one, she's not. There's a million of these characters
I'm sure.
and videos, but like you said, they're not as famous as her. But
Right.
they were saying like when you go to do that, it's like think about what are you trying to say or what's your message? Like, are you just doing this to get
Bro, if the shit funny, bro, what the fuck do that matter, bro? If it's
that?
funny,
And
it's
that's
funny.
my take on it. If it's funny, it's fucking funny.
I
Boy,
just think when it comes to being a culture vulture, people using that term, I think a lot of it, if you're from a different race and of the culture, you're not vulturing it, and people are thinking that they are just because they're not black.
Right.
Like if she grew up in Queens and that's how she grew up, and that's how she really speaks, she's not a culture vulture. She's not taking away from the culture. She's really adding to it because it's her culture. Like that's the ones that she grew up in. That's what I'm guessing though.
it's just
And I'll
on the
be honest.
surface, she's a Asian.
Asian
I'll be
American.
honest though.
Yeah.
One thing will never be able. I think one thing will never be on the same page with. It's their privilege, and they have a right to their privilege, right? Like a lot of times, no matter how down for the brown they are,
Yeah, you be killing me with your little slang.
No, but but the thing is, Flaw, I get that, but if they grew up in our culture, I'm sorry.
no, I'm saying no matter how down, I just laughed at my own joke.
Yeah.
That's all. No matter how down,
Yeah, this nigga
down
Floss,
with the
man.
brown, nigga.
no matter how down for the brown they are, their privilege is like she could date black men, love black people, but at the same time she still is Asian, right? And if it kicks into where she can use it, she's allowed to use it. White people do it all the time. Like
Yeah.
I stand with
Yeah.
black people.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different though.
It's
I
different.
know, I get it. I'm saying
It's different because she doesn't know the privilege she has if she grew up in this culture. That's the difference. Like Paul Wall, right? He's a white man from Houston, from the hood. If he grew up in the hood in Houston, he does not know the power that he has as a white man. If
I
that
gotta
makes sense.
agree with that. I think they know. I think Paul Wall
How?
wouldn't use it. I think Paul Wall wouldn't
Yeah.
use it. I think they know they're white.
Growing up, if you grew up
Yeah.
in the hood as a white person, you do not think you have white privilege?
I think
How?
I think poverty has a lot to do with it, what he's saying.
I can
too,
see
bro.
if
Poverty
you
has no
if
color,
you
know
poor
what I mean?
if you poor and white and you live in the ghetto in the hood, you don't think you have white privilege outside
You
the hood
want my
because you
opinion?
don't never go outside of the hood just like black people don't
You
because they
want my
poor.
opinion? You want my opinion on that? I think white people are real dedicated to the cause to show us that they are down, that they don't use their card. If you're white in the ghetto and you don't try to get out,
Some people can't
Bro,
poor is
by the
poor
way-
no matter what you
yeah,
call
By the way,
it.
that was one of those statements. So put an asterisk next to episode.
Yeah, poor is poor, bro.
150.
Like if Paul Wall grew up in the hood and he was poor, he's not thinking about getting out, just like black people don't think about getting out because he's poor. Like he doesn't leave poor white people don't leave the hood either.
I know that's like their community. I'm saying, in my belief,
That's
other
this is-
black people, huh?
It's the same reason rednecks don't think they have white privilege. They don't think it exists because they all been poor and white their whole life.
I know. Well, I get that part, right? But I'm saying, growing up, for me, listening to a lot of people's stories is basically, it is your environment, but it's the color of your skin. And people go, well, black people, it's hard for black people. So if you're white and you have that opportunity, like if the opportunity was given to a black man and a white man, it'll benefit the white man more. In some of our opinions.
Yes. My point is, Paul,
absolutely.
the white person, if the white person is poor and grew up just like the black person, the white person wouldn't know that though.
That's hard for me to that's hard for me to
They wouldn't know that, yo. Not if they grew up. Well, okay, at what age? Like you think a 16-year-old poor white boy does not know white privilege. He does not know what that is. He's never been around. He's never experienced it before.
I'm with Flaw on this one because they still have relatives.
Yeah, there's TV.
That's how.
Poor white people with relatives, they're usually poor too, fam.
Nah.
How?
I know. What do you mean how? Just like you have wealthy relatives, I would think. I mean, I have wealthy relatives. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I don't have any wealthy relatives. No, I don't.
Right.
I'm not going.
I know white people. I know white people who grew up in the hood all their lives, but still on the other side.
And Jay,
moved.
they probably stayed there.
My man Jay Country, prime example.
Okay.
He traveled back and forth from the hood to Ireland and other parts.
I think y'all might be
underestimating
the amount of poor white people in this country. There are more poor white people than anybody in this country.
That's a fact.
Right, but
they do not have they do not have wealthy relatives, yo. Them rednecks in Missouri do not have any rich relatives they can go to. Or they wouldn't be in the hood in the first place because white people take care of their own. Right?
But they still think they better than us though. They don't more rednecks.
Not if they grew up there though. It's from the outside looking in. Yeah, it's like the suburban white kids think they're better than like ghetto kids from the hood or whatever.
Nah, but poor white people think they're better than us, bro.
If you live with them. I'm not talking about like trailer park to the people in the hood. Paul Wall did not grow up like he was better than him if he grew up with all black people. I guarantee you he didn't. Not if he was poor. How?
Well, I've always just had this notion that there's some white people that refuse to use their privilege. That's just me. I'm going to die on that hill.
No, I get that. I'm just saying some don't know that they have it.
And that could be true too. So
I think all white people got it. I'm just saying, it's two different things. Okay. I'm not saying he didn't have it. Hell yeah, he had it.
Doesn't know he had
I'm just saying Paul Wall was too poor and he grew up with all niggas. He didn't know anything about white privilege till he got older, probably, and experienced it.
And it's about our personal experience. And even though I might not have a lot, I can say that there's white people who want to prove themselves so badly that they will ignore the privilege that they know they have because they want to stay down.
Those are the white people trying to get in good, though. Those are the people that did not grow up in the hood, though.
And just to say, we don't know Paul Wall personally. We're just it's assumptive. We don't want to say Paul Wall grew up.
Right.
We see him from a distance.
The white people that you talk about, Flaw, is the white people that try to go to the hood and try to get the street cred.
Yeah.
Paul Wall grew up in the hood, so he didn't have to do that. Like he had street cred just like anybody else did because he grew up with them. Mm-hmm. It's not like he came from the burbs and tried to get street cred in Houston. That wouldn't have worked.
Okay. Oh yeah,
and that's why they respect him because he grew up there. They know him. But you know,
yeah, I was thinking that
Eminem is the same way, yo.
Yeah, I was thinking him too. Yo, word is life.
Of course, Eminem knows he has white privilege, right? Now, growing up, I guarantee you, he didn't think he had it.
In them trailer parks, hell no.
He didn't know he had it. He was a poor ass white boy. That's all he thought about.
That's true. Speaking of Eminem, man, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Eminem. What's up? What?
Nah, this was funny. Man, he was a poor ass white boy.
He was.
That tickled me.
He was. Nigga was in 8 Mile eating like cheese sandwiches for dinner. Man, stop it. Like he was just a poor white boy. He didn't think about that. Yeah, he didn't think about him being, privileged or whatever. Even though he was from the outside looking in, but yeah, he didn't know that shit.
Let's give it up for the 2002 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man, I can't bring it up.
2022. Tribe Called Quest. Oh, I said it's the Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi. A Tribe Called Quest. Fucking Wi-Fi.
It's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Deion Ward. I don't know. Depending on what side you on.
Yeah,
Dionne
she
Ward?
get in there. Yeah, she get in there.
Dionne Ward.
Legend. She should have been in there earlier.
Just saying, you know what I mean? Depends if you're a Tupac fan. He ain't like Dionne Ward. I don't know if Dionne Ward. A Tribe.
Fuck Tupac.
Fuck, he don't like her. Not like.
Tupac ain't like her, so she deserved to be.
That's wild, yo. That is wild.
Hey, yo, Pac ain't fuck with her, so fuck Dionne Ward. How does that sound? That sounds.
I mean, we are the world, we are the children. She had bars in it, you understand?
Nigga, that's what friends are for, nigga.
That's what. Oh man, I sampled that. Listen, I sampled that one and rapped on that joint. That was my thing. When I
always got to go back to when you was right. See, you always go back to when you had rap, when you had bars, man. Hey, yo, spit something for us, man. That's what you want, man. That's what you want. That's what you want for real. That's what he want, yo.
Yeah.
He gonna spit something one day.
Drop a quick 8.
I'm gonna find my that's what Friends Are For record. So as far as our people, man, we got Eminem, man. We got Lionel Richie. We got Tribe Called Quest. We got Dionne Ward. I mean, I don't really have to name the other artists. I mean, it is what it is.
Man, Rage Against the Machine.
No, I'm about to say, you said our people, but a lot of them other people deserve to be in it too.
Congratulations. I don't know their struggle with getting in, because like you said, Dionne Ward should have been in. But I might ruffle some feathers with this. Congratulations to M. Could this be part of his privilege that he didn't know? Because he's like the leading vote getter and he ain't waiting, like he's still active. But here's Tribe Called Quest.
No, I think it would have been privileged if he would have been first. Because last year it was LL Cool J and Jay-Z, right?
Was this his first eligibility, or he just?
Nah, I don't think. I don't know how. I don't think it's not like sports. It's not eligible. Like I don't know how that works.
They do have a certain time if you had to get in though.
But I guess that doesn't really make sense then.
It does. Hold on. Look, Eminem.
Well, it won't make sense if Eminem jumped the gun because he's privileged.
I'm reading it right now. Listen, Eminem, meanwhile, is being acknowledged in his first year eligibility, and MC5 is most. With 5. So yeah.
So I wonder what's the eligibility period then. Like it's not, you know how with sports, right?
The influence include the influence and significance of the artist's contribution to the development of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Block approval voting, I think it's voting. The most votes being inducted subject to a minimum 50% approval, around 5 to 7 perform.
Yeah, that doesn't answer the question.
Yeah.
Because
Roland might answer it, Jarrell. Roland might have answered it 25 years after his first album. I don't know.
Okay.
That might make sense.
Oh.
Now, if he got in first,
in 25 years, god damn. Yeah.
Yo, 1999 is crazy, fam. That's crazy.
That's 25 joints, yo.
We old, man.
Also, in that case, Jay-Z got snubbed.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's getting snubbed.
LL Cool J and Jay-Z got snubbed.
But that's cool though. That sound about right. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, bro. It ain't the fucking hip hop Hall of Fame.
That don't.
That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, though, bro. Like, think about that.
Nah, but if that's the case, they shouldn't be nominated at all. Then they shouldn't be eligible.
That's their own thing.
I feel like they should be, but to call Jay-Z a first ballot Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, I mean that's kind of he did a lot, bro. But
to be eligible, artists and bands. To be eligible, artists and bands have to have their first commercial recording by 1996 per NPR. Fans will vote on their favorite online, which would be tallied ballots submitted by thousands of artists, historians, and members of them.
So next year it'll be 97 then.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, don't get me wrong. Eminem can't help that he's privileged. Like if his fans vote him like crazy, fam, or however he gets in, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's still privileged. He is
Wait.
He deserved to be in, though.
I'm about to say, why is it privileged?
Eminem deserved to be in.
He deserved to be in.
I know, but I'm just saying, a lot of artists deserve to be in their first
like eligibility type shit.
Eligibility,
I guess what we're saying is
first ballot type shit.
So does he.
Yes, he does. I just said it's not his fault. But when you go in the same year as Tribe Called Quest,
he a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Now maybe Jay-Z first.
Tribe should have been in it.
Like the great one say, you have to be at least 25 years old. Their debut album.
No, I didn't say that. That was Roland's gym. So
Oh damn, my fault. Roland's
can't
gym.
take credit for that.
Okay.
I wonder why
the great
Tribe
value
is
great
just
one.
now getting in then.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking him for. Listen, Eminem is
So,
the man. He got it. But at the end of the day, we see the others that fall before him and came after him. It's just not that easy. Just not. That's all I said.
But he's
But it's
in there
also
though. So
voted
why we
on as
mad?
well.
He in there. They in there.
It's also voted on, so they would have had to been voted on.
yeah,
It's
and
not.
he
It,
and
it's
honestly
not,
he's bigger than them.
and they still made it. So why we
Cool.
mad?
But
But
I see what he's saying, but I'm not. I don't know.
yeah, I'm just. We was talking about white privilege. I just think that this is part of it. It cool, but if you got it, use it.
No, it could be.
It could be. It could
But,
be.
but
I
it's
mean, that's
Eminem,
where
though,
his-
bro.
that's where
he
his career
deserves to
came
be in
from.
there. He deserves to be a first
white
Hall of
people,
Famer, bro.
white people buy majority of music.
I
so
understand, but they was just piggybacking on the conversation of privilege. That's all. It's
that's
just
that's just the privilege of him. Yeah, of him being white. So I get what you're saying.
It is, fam. Because we just said Dionne Warwick just got in. We just watched. I don't know if y'all finished. Yeah, we just
Lionel Richie.
Lionel
So
Richie.
so him getting in before Lionel Richie, like
Lionel fucking Richie. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool, M, do your thing. And because I finished the Janet doc, I think that was the last series,
Him
but
is the unicorn though.
she was like
was.
trying to get a name letter in. Like I'm just saying, but as soon as Eminem come up, Janet Jackson.
Because of the titty. That's the only reason why she ain't get in.
I mean, Eminem had a controversy career.
How about this?
He
How about I don't want to argue about Hall of Fame because every Hall of Fame is full of shit. Every single Hall of Fame is bullshit. It's bullshit how they vote.
Yeah.
It's bullshit when they do vote and what they do to the people when they do get in. Well, I guess I'm just talking about sports, really.
So was you mad? So was you mad at the Barry Bonds thing?
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
Yes, Janet is in after a
Well,
while.
I'm saying,
Janet is
yeah.
in now, but she wasn't in when she
She
decided.
was eligible for a while though. Like
You know what's even more bullshit about the Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens thing? That David Ortiz got in, even though he was rumored to have.
Big Papi?
Yes, he got it, and he was the only one, and he was a first ballot. Make sense.
Wow.
So since he got in, and he was the only one who got in, right? So if he wouldn't have got in, nobody would have got in.
Right.
I ain't talking about Dominicans. I'm out of
Fucking
this.
sham. Yeah, you should recluse yourself. You should recluse yourself from the argument, sir.
I ain't talking about the Dominicans.
Yeah. You got way more ties to the Dominicans than I do, so I can see why you should not say anything. But Big Papi getting in, fam. Barry Bonds is Big Papi times 2. Like,
But Barry actually got caught, right?
no, him and Roger Clemens, neither one of them got caught. I think it's just real complicated, and now neither one of them is getting in because, like, after this year, it's over. This process is bullshit.
I was about to say, did Jerry Maguire get into it?
No,
Jerry Maguire.
Mark Maguire.
Nah, he didn't get in either.
I think they just looked at the stats in Barry Bonds' head and say, "Well, this ain't normal. You had to be on roids." That's all they had.
And the bad thing is, he was a Hall of Fame player before he even did that.
Yeah, they was on Barry ass, boy. Damn, I want to see that doc, boy.
And this was the last year for him to be eligible.
Yeah, like it's over. Like they're not getting in.
It's right.
Just like Mark McGuire, him and Sammy Sosa retired before this, so their last year of eligibility was a few years ago. Like they're never getting in either.
They still ain't get in?
Nah.
Damn.
They're not getting in, but Big Papi got in. First ballot.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't on his ass,
what, nigga? Like, Big Papi?
Mark McGuire actually admitted to it, so
they did.
So I think this was keeping him out.
Yo, Big Papi got he actually got clocked for being positive for steroids too, but it was like in some case that they wasn't supposed to check it.
I ain't got nothing to do with your shortcomings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's why. Hey, Big Papi just kept his mouth shut and just was in the media face. He's been on TV ever since every off season or every season in baseball since he's been retired. He's been on TV. It's all about who you it's about who you like also.
Didn't Big Papi like run from like some political office or something? Like it could be a lot of stuff out of this, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He ran for some office.
Right. It's the same thing with football, man. Football is garbage. Basketball don't make no sense either because it's not the the NBA is not the Basketball Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, it's just like national.
It's the NBA. It's the
national
basketball is
Robert
basketball.
Some shit,
right? Like from contributions and other stuff, you cannot have touched foot in the NBA and still make the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah. College and Olympic stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep,
Because
all
Melo
that
getting
counts.
there. He ain't
International too. Like they had like Yao Ming was like first ballot.
Yeah. Y'all want to talk about the game real quick?
the game.
Which game?
What,
Game.
Super Bowl?
JC on whatever his last name is.
Oh, the
Rapper.
rapper, the game.
Oh, him.
Now, Hitboy has been on a tear.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got King's Disease 1, 2, and Magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Plus
We
burden of
got
proof. Burden of proof.
Burden of
got
proof.
burden of proof from
Gotta
Benny
put that
Bush.
in there.
But the game is saying that him and Hitboy is according to the game, I'm just going to read it. His Drillmatic album, which he's naming after Illmatic.
That's nasty.
Drillmatic will solidify him and Hitboy as rap's next great rapper producer pairing.
Shout out to the Hit Boy.
And shout out to the game for believing it.
On par with legendary tag teams such as Nas and DJ Premier. I didn't know that was a legendary tag team, honestly.
They made
Jay-Z,
magic. They made magic.
they don't.
but
Do they have enough magic though? I mean, they might.
Who?
Premier might do one
Premier
or
and
two.
Nas.
Premier and
Premier
Nas.
and Nas.
I wouldn't call them a tag. I wouldn't call them.
I wouldn't call them a tag team either, but they do make magic though. That's all I'm
Nah,
gonna say.
they not a team. No.
Yeah, but according to JC on, aka the game, he's on par with Nas and DJ Premier. You notice he didn't say Nas and Hitboy because that's really the team.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Jay-Z, Just Blaze, DMX, and Swiss Beats. He says that Nas and Primo, Swiss and X, Hove and Just Blaze, game and hit after this album. Drillmatic, he declared on Instagram on Saturday, basically saying, them two got next.
Man, he said Jay-Z and Just Blaze.
Yep. Those
Yeah.
are the tag team.
I would have said Jay-Z and Pharrell, but that's just me.
I think Jay-Z got so many hits. You could say
Anybody really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can say a few
Timberland,
people.
nigga.
he had a
Yeah,
whole
Jay-Z.
album with Kanye. Like,
You know what I mean,
Yeah,
So-
Jay-Z has like eras to where, okay, you're not hot no more, young man.
Swiss,
Go
Hov
some
and
girls.
Swiss,
Yeah.
like
Because remember, it was the Rockefeller, it was the Rough Rider Rockefeller thing early on, and then
like, damn.
he got with Pharrell, then he got with Timbo, then he got with Just Blaze. Not saying in that order, but it was
Yeah.
spaced out. Hov just made it work.
Kanye,
Yeah,
I would call him and Kanye his biggest tandem
right?
because
So they got an album together,
between the album that they had with Watch the Thrones and the stuff that like
The
Jay
Blueprint.
solo stuff, it got to be Kanye.
I would believe it's Kanye as well because I think
Yeah.
that's why they're friends again, or that's why Jay-Z, even though when Ye was doing what he was doing, I think Jay-Z just wanted him close by for, I guess, a year or to produce some things. I mean, it's the only reason why he's on that record, Jail. And just rumors that he just always never wanted to separate from Kanye, just because I guess he feel like he's a genius. What?
I mean, honestly, if I was a fucking artist, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
Especially at the time, why the hell would I want to get away from Kanye West?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
at the time, no, hell no,
yeah.
not back then, no.
I mean, I don't know what we can pick from this, except that the expectations are super high. I don't think it's nothing that Hitboy needs. I think that Hitboy is, putting out bodies of work, but no matter who he, does music with. I always give producers credit. Like that's why, I'm always bigging up, the RZA jokes and all of that. But Hitboy got Nas sounding way better than we thought. Don't get me wrong. I know Benny the Butcher has dropped a lot of mixtapes, and when he does drop Burden of Proof, it's like an album. But you still got a Hitboy. You had your mans in him in his bag. And Jarrell has said this before: the game don't slack on albums, and we know that this is going to be one of them things. I just don't
This shit
think
about
he
to be
should put,
fire.
I just don't think he should have put that type of attention on himself, man. Especially the name of
That kind of
Drillmatic.
pressure, that kind of pressure on yourself too.
It
Like,
seems I understand that, right? And I get why you say that. You seem like you don't like when artists say that at all. You say that when every time somebody come out and say that. You don't like that.
I might do.
Because you said the same thing about Pusha. When Pusha said that, like he was going to have the album of the year, you didn't like that either.
Doesn't your ear change though a little bit? Because now you listening for the greatest thing ever.
No,
And I might hear something good, but if it's not what you said it was,
nah,
That's
mine
me.
don't. Because to me, if you're an artist, you're supposed to think that anyway. Like the fact that he say it out loud, I don't care.
Rick
I
Ross said it.
Like Ross said it, his shit was trash. So I don't. It's not like I thought it was trash because he said it. I just think he was wrong. Like, that's all.
Yeah, but when did Ross say, "I'm coming with the hot"? Did he? If he
Yeah,
did, I
he
missed
came
it.
out and said, I'm about to kill y'all. It's about to be the album of the year. I read all that talk.
I didn't hear it. Honestly, I
Yeah,
didn't
we
see
heard
it.
that. It's
I'm
Raw,
sorry.
so he said that even if he didn't say it.
He probably did say it, but I didn't catch wind of it. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But
Selective hearing and shit.
you heard it. You heard him say, "I'm about to hit y'all over the head with this classic album." You heard him say that.
He says that every album. He said that on every album he's put out.
I do not follow. I do not follow William on any other socials. So
Honestly,
Don't do that.
William.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He called him William,
Oh,
bro.
that bitch William.
That shit caught me off guard. Yo, Flaw do not like Rick Ross, man.
Oh, that bitch
shout out to
William.
William.
Call that man William. Oh God. That's funny as hell. That shit caught me off guard. William.
What you was about to say though?
I don't know. I can tell you don't like that. I don't think anything of it. Like, he just needs to drop. Like, I don't care that he said that. Like, he's supposed to say that. Especially if you the game, you already know that what you're capable of when it comes to selecting beats. If I got Hitboy in my back pocket, I'm going to say that. Like, you should say that shit.
Got the hottest producer out.
Yeah,
right now.
like, what is he gonna say?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot the name of the artist, but the artist did say that Game had some shit coming and he wanted to push his project back. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he
pushing my project back because no fucking game though. Like,
hey, yeah, right.
That nigga ain't that famous.
I don't think that matters now. I don't think with the streaming services it doesn't matter about pushing something back, but it just might have been his mans and them bigging him up like, yo, Game got something coming.
No, I think it depends on what it is. Like, if it depends on what type of artist I am, but if I'm going against Drake, I don't want to go against Drake if I'm like a mid-level artist. Maybe if I was a low-level artist, I like the attention that Drake would get during his release. Maybe if my album cover is next to his on Apple, you could click his shit too. But if I'm like, I don't know.
Game don't think he a mid-level artist.
Game
had damn
He
near
don't think he Drake though.
Every album he dropped, damn near went #1 though. So in his mind, bitch, he might think he's still that nigga. Like,
no, not in a minute though. That's #1. He
that Born to Rap that Born to Rap wasn't #1.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I didn't think so. I didn't get that big of a buzz off that. I don't think Jesus Peace was #1. I don't think he has #1 album in a minute.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think that Game oozes with confidence though, and I think that what Ant is saying is like you can't tell him he ain't big.
Right. You're right.
I think Game does represent that. I mean, look at what he's saying. He's naming his album Drillmatic, fam. Like, he has a Matic. That's something.
Yeah, that's that. I hate that, man. That's
something.
I'm mad you not mad, bro.
I'm mad you not mad at that.
That's super whack.
I think it's stupid. But now he has my attention. What is it going to sound like? Which I think is he set himself up for failure, fam.
So basically, you saying what he's doing worked on you then?
I was going to listen to Game's album anyway. I'm streaming. I'm not buying it.
But for the people that don't, it will work though.
For the people that this works on, they don't know nothing about Illmatic. Game still has to compete with Doggy Style and everything out there. Illmatic has nothing to do with anything he's doing. He's just a stupid name.
Yeah,
he got to come for the crown for where he's at. I don't like that's my.
So, but think of where we're at right now, where, like you said, the people who he's actually aiming at don't know about.
Then what's the point?
Illmatic.
Why do it then?
But hold on though. Game is still of age though. Like, Illmatic is something to him.
Yeah,
like, right. No, I'm not saying he's not.
So if
he's not.
If he think Illmatic is the best album of all time, him calling this shit Drillmatic makes sense because he's trying to compare it to that, but we don't like it because we don't, like Frost says, lazy or
because
like,
we know.
Don't compare your shit to Illmatic, nigga. Like,
yeah, we know, but I'm pretty sure people in Cali probably like, what?
Yeah, they probably don't know.
But Game has always been a pay homage rapper. Like any interview he's in. Once
that's
again,
actually why I can't listen to Game.
Yeah,
I'm about to say
I can't listen.
Every song he name drops at least 2 people.
I
tell Lloyd Banks to get the Lloyd Banks ain't even it.
Hell nah, as I said,
he don't fuck with you like that.
I fuck with the documentary, but like I fucks with his music, but after a while, just I'm anticipating who he's going to name drop, or if the bar sounds anything like artist name,
Yeah, the
I'm
cadence.
anticipating. You know what I mean?
I think this shit about to be fire.
I think
I
it's
think so
gonna be
too.
fire because he
I
can
fuck
rap.
with his albums heavy. I just don't like him. There's a difference.
Yeah, he can rap and he gonna be over Hitboy beats, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be dope. Like,
And plus his ear picking out the Hit Boy beats that he wants to rap on. This shit gonna be fire. It
Shout
almost
out
has
to
to be.
Hitboy though.
yeah, Hitboy
Yeah.
doing his thing, yo.
Shout out
He
to
moving
fucking Hitboy.
under
This
the
is-
radar though.
This is
Shout out
more
to the
of
producers.
a celebration for Hit Boy than Game. Like
Really?
Yeah.
like Hit Boy is doing his thing. Can't knock him.
Hitboy Kiss. If fucking Game can get a whole project,
Hey, yo.
why Kiss can't get a whole project, bro?
Hit
Kiss
Boy
don't
and
want it.
Kiss. That's on
Right.
Kiss.
Yeah, that's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
Kiss
You gotta
don't
talk to
want
your mans.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
yeah,
Hit
I
Boy
like
would gladly love the challenge of creating a whole album for Jadakiss, nigga. That
I
would
think-
be legendary, just like Nas. But that's on Jadakiss though.
I think
Right.
that's going to be the new trend.
What?
I
Like
hope.
the veteran artists getting with producers and just them doing the whole album, like Styles just did one with Havoc.
Havoc.
Also, Currency and Alchemist got something cooking. They
Alchemist.
just dropped a
Yes,
single.
sir.
So,
This is what's going on right now.
Hitboy is going to do. Hitboy is going. He's going to get a lot more
Havoc
artists.
did one with
on.
Meth too, right?
they didn't drop that yet. RZA and
Don't-
DJ Scratch coming out with an
don't bring
album. I
up
don't know if y'all
Meth.
care or not.
Flaws beefing with Meth right now.
I'm not beefing. I was joking, man. I was joking.
Nah, he's dead ass serious.
You know what's my
that-
problem?
Fire though, man.
You know what's my problem with that though? You know what's my problem with that, right? Like Method Man.
What you been taking your shirt off in the gym way before?
No,
him
no,
and
no,
bitches ain't
no,
know
no,
you?
no, no,
Is
no,
that
no,
what
no.
it is?
It's not about me.
What are we talking about?
Come on,
Talking
bro.
about
Nah,
Method.
Flaw
Jay,
put up a post said, "Don't call me a hater if you want, but I'm tired of hearing about Method Man or some shit like that. Like ladies, give it a rest."
That's your man's though.
I know
he
he's
was
my man.
hating.
It
You
was
hating on your
Right.
man? You hating on your man Cliff?
So,
You go
Nick-
call Rick Ross William, right? We gonna talk about Clifford. What's up? What's happening?
nigga, dirty Mac you in high school, and this is you now. Look at you.
You want to know my
Damn.
problem with? You want to know my problem with?
It was all good just a week
No,
ago.
I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at Cliff. I'm not.
Okay.
My thing is just like the women fan.
They be extra.
They
You
be
jealous?
no. I'm just saying.
You know what it is? I
Put on
think
more suits, Flaw. That's
you know.
what it is. Put on
You know
more
why it
suits
seemed extra?
and do more photo shoots. By
Honestly, to me, it seemed kind of extra too. Every time this nigga is introduced, they just rave about Method Man. I think because when it comes to women, they don't do that for many dudes. But
That's
it's
what-
the
that's-
ones that they
that's what
do
I said.
for it though. But like between him and Idris Elba,
Yeah,
they
go
on them
hard.
niggas
They
like
go hard.
Michael B.
That's what-
Jordan. They on them.
That's exactly
heavy.
what I was going to
like-
say.
like-
It's
like-
like they're
like-
programmed to do it, but when you want to have
And
a
it just ain't that
conversation
many
with them-
dudes though.
It's a little harder for Meth because he married too. He happily married too. So
But
it's
they-
like, damn.
But in reality, like here's the thing, right? And now maybe men need to change this. We're one way all the way, right? They call us dogs, right? And we don't really change up when it comes to pursuing opposite sex, right? But women, on the other hand, they'll present themselves as reserved until Method Man comes around. You like, whoa, like
Right.
you, how are you? You get what I'm saying?
Yo,
Oh, Michael B.
You
Jordan,
think that's crazy? Go to like a male strip club.
No,
hey, yo, fam.
Fam, women are crazy, fam.
Man. They was
Women
showing
nuts,
this one
man.
video. They was showing this one video. I don't know if the guy was there. I don't know if they was painting or whatever. There's this video on Twitter where the lady took my man pants down, started giving him top around all these people.
Right.
nigga,
that's
dancing
not-
bear is
Yeah.
real, nigga.
what happens, bro?
I get that.
Yes.
I'm
What
just saying.
Them-
But she'd
them
be the
Malibu
same
shows.
lady. But she would be the same lady that if you know where I'm
He about
going
to
with
get his
this.
bars off. Look at the same lady.
She would be the same lady that if you even suggested of anything on the second, third date.
It's bullshit. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I get you. I understand.
I just need constant energy. If it's
Bro,
all of
I
us,
think men should
nah.
just realize or figure out that women is just as nasty.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
but
are.
They're just
If
not
not,
used
bitch,
to.
that more nasty. That nasty.
Yeah,
though.
they're even more
Or-
nasty. But it's always been frowned upon in public, though. You know what I'm saying? Now that, like, you know, not saying there's a feminism movement going on, but now, like, women just don't care no more.
Listen, they need to
They
read
don't give
the
a
book.
fuck.
They need to
Before
read the
they
book.
had to
Ethical
care,
sluts like me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now it's not that it's in to be a slut, but it's like it's okay.
It is absolutely
Before
okay.
it wasn't okay. That's what I'm
We
saying.
taking the word slut back. There's no
Women always
slut
been
in your
this nasty.
positivity.
Women always been this nasty. It was
Be a
just
slut.
publicly frowned upon to act that way in public. Like
He
you
mad
can't.
because he
It's not
mad
like that
'cause
anymore.
He want to give it to Michael B. Jordan, but
you-
when he trying to get
you-
top on the second date, he can't get it.
He
He mad. He's
No, I ain't mad. I'm just
I'm
like,
saying, you. I'm
No.
fucking with you, bro.
We
no.
can fuck with you.
I'm
Told
rolling
you,
with the punches, but behind every joke, there's a truth. Because I'm being honest.
Exactly.
Because that nigga ain't laughing. Oh, he was just looking in the camera like.
No, but I'm saying, like, growing up, right? Women will tell you how they want to be courted, how they want to be treated, and you go, okay, that's what I got to do whatever. And then when you turn around and you see them following the rules,
Fam, you gotta stop doing that.
You know what the difference?
Turn around.
You know what the difference
Flaw
is?
pretty
about
much
to
said,
turn to,
don't be a Flaw said, don't want a relationship with me. Be a whore like you was before.
Hey yo,
And
If
get
I
on this
see that,
floor.
you
I
about
see
to turn
that,
into
yes.
Kevin. You about to turn into Kevin Samuels, fam. Like you
Word
this
is
close.
bond.
Them videos about to come. Let some other chick fuck you over one more time. Them videos coming, fam. Don't do that.
Nah, Flaw getting his
You
chakras
can't,
aligned.
you
He
can't value
good.
a high quality man.
But just like with Roland, listen, Roland is saying what I'm saying. The ladies would be doing it to you if you were large. I get that.
Yeah. If we were more famous, yes,
Yeah,
that makes
we know
sense.
when you famous, it is what I know that, but it's just a joke when I see the women like raving at Method Man. Like they might just be lying on their Twitter. Like they live a fantasy life, right? There's this girl I follow on Twitter, right? And she has an
What's her
OnlyFans. It's not nothing, Jay.
No, don't do that.
She has an OnlyFans page, and she's always on there showing off some skin, right? And I said to myself in my head, I said, yo, these women ain't happy. It's attention. They like attention. Today I'm
If
scrolling.
she has an OnlyFans,
She has an OnlyFans, but she's on
Don't
Twitter.
do that.
She's
I
on
was about to
Twitter.
say she could be doing that for money, not attention.
But hold, let me.
Okay, my bad.
Now I could be wrong on some of these, but this one particular one, I'm like, okay. Well, one time, like one thing this girl said, and I said, oh shit, that makes sense. She tweeted, she said, I wish y'all I wish y'all loved us big girls in real life like y'all in person. I mean on Twitter. So I said, okay, I know where this is going.
I hate that shit.
You know how many big girls I seen with dudes though?
I know, but this
I
person
be
in
thinking
particular,
that'd be bullshit.
but this
It's
person
Go ahead.
but this person in particular, you can tell she's doing something for attention. So I'm saying all to say today, she had a tweet talking about something. She wants to delete her account because she's not all right. I said, I believe it. Like, go get
mental. You talking about mentally, like mental health?
whatever.
Well,
I
that
didn't
makes
know.
sense.
But I'm just saying, like, she's using that as a attention. Like, I want it.
So
But in a
from
sense, she's really not all right.
So from all of the sex workers that I know, from the shorties that I know who recently started OnlyFans, who I've been cool with, that I don't even know personally, but that I follow on Twitter, and I mean, we became cool. It's taking a toll on them because it's work. It's a lot of work. So they'll complain about, you guys don't understand the outfits, the makeup,
Right.
setting up the cameras,
Right.
having to do content when I'm not in the mood,
Mhm.
this, that, and the third. And it's
Makes
just like
sense.
it comes with the territory. But I hate that.
I hear that shit.
Huh?
Get a job. nigga.
Like, yeah.
The
Nobody want to
money
hear
is
that,
too
but
good.
I understand what
The
they're
money
saying
is
though.
too
Yeah.
good. I'm sorry. These lovely
It's
women
like
are bringing.
it's like professional athletes complaining about going to practice.
Right.
right.
We're having to play a game and they sore and shit. Like,
Just like you know what I mean. So it's like, I mean, yeah, it's bad. You get what I'm saying? Like from the OnlyFans pages that I've ran, you can see the inboxes and how niggas really be coming crazy. Like they'll post up some normal shit and nigga reply, "Shut up, bitch! Show me your titties." Like
I
you
don't
get what
think-
I'm
I mean,
saying?
it's OnlyFans.
yes,
I don't think none of us are really ready for that because even with our podcast, right?
It's OnlyFans though.
I know, but when we
I'm
get on,
confused.
well, even with our podcast, right, and we upload on YouTube, and some episodes are bigger than expected, and I like to really engage with all of them because they say that's how you build up on YouTube. Comment on the comments.
Yeah,
Some
the
of that shit
algorithms.
becomes annoying, fam. I don't like it. It doesn't matter if you're saying "show me your titties, girl" or "y'all stupid." It's just like, damn. It gets annoying for anybody with content.
You're defending your point now, and it's just like now you're going back and forth with somebody. Like even if you're looking at bios now, like if you go on TikTok and you look in their bios, I don't reply to DMs, but if you want to talk to me, my OnlyFans link is here. Like so, they're only responding if you pay. You get what I'm saying? Like, and
I
what
don't
a
get.
lot of what. Go ahead. You don't get what.
I don't get how they mad at people responding like that in OnlyFans, and that's what they're there for in OnlyFans.
Right.
Because
It's like, okay, take this podcast for example, right? It's four of us here just chilling, shooting the shit. When people log into us, or when people look at the video or do the audio, right? They expect us to talk how we're talking, right? If we drop episode 151 and we're just listening to an audio book, not doing anything, I expect you to be in our inbox like, yo, what the fuck was that?
So Flo,
y'all not talking about music. Y'all not talking about yourselves. Y'all not talking about anything. Y'all just sitting there listening to a fucking audio book. That's bullshit. So I can't be like, yo, why they want us to pod while we're podding?
So Flo, are you?
So
still
if you're
active?
on OnlyFans, show me
page?
your titties, man. Like, what are you talking about?
What do I ask? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm talking
No,
about you.
I'm saying, like, do you?
Why are you asking me that, Jay? Every time you come on here, you ask me about my OnlyFans.
No,
but we're talking about OnlyFans, so the subject is applicable. No,
do you feel that
He
way?
finds a way to bring it to there. Okay, Jay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jay.
I asked if I said, are you active? If you would have listen, if you would have said no, we would have moved on because
I'm just saying.
asking you.
Okay, here's my
he
answer.
can't ask us.
Here's my answer.
He's asking you because you got one.
I got one too.
But I gave you a YouTube example. You still
hold on.
What? Yeah. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Spin off that one.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Let me spin the block back real quick. You on there spinning records, nigga? Like what you on there doing?
I'm spinning
nigga
records.
Spinning records with his shoulders out.
It's winter time.
Got the butter rolls out. You know what I mean? Spinning records.
Hey Jay,
that's what's up.
Young lady under the table. Huh?
Oh, that's dope content. If I ain't know you, I probably want to. I like that spontaneous shit.
I'm playing.
It's a scenario. But hey, but to be honest though, Jay, I don't. But I'm not active. I'm not on that shit.
He said I'm not active.
But I do receive emails from them saying, "Hey, it's been a while." Post. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm saying like I'm not.
That's OnlyFans. I'm talking about your fans, nigga.
Hey, yo, you said, bro?
Bro, what?
Huh?
Email. I get an email. It's just regular shit.
Oh.
No, I'm saying,
I'm saying you got an email and you said, bruh, like, what the fuck?
That's just how I talk. But you'll get an email from only like the whoever, like, yo, you haven't posted. Not the fans say that. The actual.
Oh, okay.
You'll get.
You talk about the site in general, saying,
yeah,
you haven't logged in a while. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
The site, my fault. Thank you. Let me clear that up. But nobody.
I thought you meant like.
No.
My bad.
So it depends on what I'm doing. Like sometimes like don't get me wrong. I know it's their job, but when you sign up when you're in the mood. Some days you're not in the mood. Like the example we all use, basketball, football. I don't feel like playing today. And if somebody's in your inbox saying, yo, show me them titties.
Well, I guess once you
pull a titty out.
This is my thing. Once you start getting paid for what you do, can't complain when somebody's telling you to do it. It's kind of like when you had your job and they tell you to get on the phones.
Yeah.
Yo, black ass better get on the phones, nigga, because that's what you get paid to do, even though that might not be your job description at the time. You gotta work.
Yeah.
That shit happened to me at work. That shit happened to me at work the other day. My manager was like, I need you to take over this customer. I looked at him and said, wow.
See?
Yep. Nigga looked at me like,
that's your job, like, right? And ultimately, that's just, even though I'm not saying you probably don't do that shit ever, but I need you to do this right now.
Nah, it was a customer I pushed away, but
okay.
That language barrier be sick, but that's why I asked, because it's just like I be seeing them complain, I be seeing them talking about it, like, you know, I don't only want to talk about this or I don't want to talk about that, but on the flip side, 2 hours later, they're posting about, you know, their link and just
want to keep making money.
In my opinion, right? A lot of us, and I just always say us, but not us on this group, but just looking on the socials, like a lot of people are single and they're doing what it is they got to do to stay afloat, right?
Right.
And in Valentine's days, like it could be a lot of this stuff could be triggering, like that you're actually alone. Like they brag about it a little bit, depending on what time of the year it is. I'm single, I could sleep without nobody cheating on me type of energy. But over time, like if you started that OnlyFans recently, more than likely you're probably single. Not saying that you can't be in a relationship with one, but that would take some conversation.
You could tell by single women during Valentine's Day period.
Yeah, you can just tell. Like they
Just like you could tell when like when
that's
Mother's
when
Day
the
and Father's Day come up.
Screenshots.
Yo, you could tell.
I'm about to release D.
You could tell who in a healthy relationship with Mother's Day and Father's Day come up.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving sometimes, like you said, holidays and stuff like that. You could tell who's doing okay and who's not sometimes, depending on how they are. On social media.
I do, feel for women a little bit, even if you do sign up for it, Jarrell, I get that, but women are just natural relationship people. Like they just natural in relationship type, energy creatures. That's what they do. And they like to say, the bread is there.
A lot of people just don't know what comes with being a sex worker.
Yeah, they don't.
Because once you do that, because everybody's going to think of you as a sex worker. Like it's not like you're a customer service rep. Everybody that you go around is not going to look at you as a customer service rep, but everybody is going to look at you as a sex worker.
And not everybody,
no matter where you go, if they know you are a sex worker, that's what I'm saying.
The second you decide that you don't want to be that no more, it's going to be hard to turn that look off. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, this is how I met you. Like,
right. Like that is not that's still a taboo subject. It's not like a regular job. So you have to take the good with the bad. It's a gift and a curse, because it is probably the most profitable job also.
It is.
So
it is.
Porn has been the #1 industry in the world.
And it's never going nowhere.
And it's never going anywhere.
Never.
But if you get into the porn industry, you have to know that what comes with it.
Yo, you ever seen some of them behind the scenes vids? Like they don't be having fun in
No, this shit don't look fun at all, nigga. Especially if you a dude. Ew.
Yeah. Like, and they, like we get to see the finished product. We're like, God damn, I wish that was me in that scene. But when you
you don't
behind the scenes and you like cut. And it's wild cameras around you. It's like
it's mad niggas in there just looking.
It's cold and shit. Like, man, like fuck, bro. Like, and a lot of them be high and shit, like on drugs, and
because they have to in order to do it.
Taking them dick pills and shit.
Yeah, like you all numb and high and coke and all of that stuff, man. They said Superhead had so much coke in her system, fam. She was high as a kite, fam.
Yep. Because you have to be in order to do that stuff, depending on who you are.
Jay, your audio cut out.
Jay,
you talking to us?
Yeah.
Jay, you muted, Jay.
19 years ago, 50 Cent dropped Get Rich or Die Trying today.
Woo! 19 years?
19 years ago. That's crazy.
Pretty soon y'all niggas gonna start feeling old too. Wait till you get I'm just saying, wait till you get past 40.
Niggas start.
You gonna start either loving or hating everything just like I do. I ain't got no middle ground in nothing.
Jay, what was you saying? Because I think you was muted.
Still muted. All right, we hear you now. We got you.
Oh yeah, I was watching that, and it's like frowned upon, being high and shit like that. So one of the porn stars who does videos with one of the dudes was actually her drug dealer. Like a lot of agencies, like before they bring you in, they got to pull up on you like right before you do a shoot and like do a test. So I think like that's why I think there's a lot more. Do the social media and do like the OnlyFans and Fansly and mini vids and all of that. Shout out to them. Everybody, everybody. I'm trying to get the bag.
Keep going, Jay. What else?
Fucking Flores had Manscaped. But
I got paid it. What the fuck?
Right, that's what I'm trying to get us
he's
at.
trying to get us to be paid by
trying to get us
okay.
Hey, I'll be sponsored by mini vids. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think that's how it works though. Porn don't need our fucking drop. Porn don't need our drop, Jay.
I mean,
oh shit.
But so yeah, being high and shit is actually frowned upon.
That's probably like in like the big studios and stuff on Wicked. Like the niggas that be doing shit and they like crib and shit, they don't care. Like
because you're not under an agency or anything. So anything that goes down, or anything that happens, that's on you. So
the health laws have changed over the years, but getting high used to be every organization thing. Sports, porn, rest, like anything you name, we were high before we got busy. Anything you name. And they cut all that out.
And they're like in their STD checks, which is I think he said that shit like 200, 150 to 200 to get the rapid STD checks and shit.
They said that the porn people are the healthiest people on the planet because they get so many tests.
But it's still so many diseases.
I'm just saying they said that they're more healthier than people who are not in porn.
I would think so. It makes sense because it's not real life. Like everybody that's fucking is getting tested, and people in real life, you don't know what your person got.
Yeah,
like it makes sense that they're cleaner in porn because they know what each other has.
Even in a lifestyle, you have to show proof of that. So, like when you host like swinger parties and gang bangs and shit like that, like you got to bring
shit. But if you just meeting,
shit's like COVID tests.
Right. So if you just meeting somebody on the humbug that's not in porn, you don't know what they have.
Yeah, that's more risky. But we grew up like porn, But at the end of the day,
we don't think of them as professionals. That's what it is. Like they're professional sex people. Like they have to do certain things in order to work.
They're at work, right?
Yeah, they're at work. Niggas, it's just like, they got training just like we had training. They gotta go through certificates. Their certificate is, being clean.
Y'all got anything else you want to touch on? We can get to the music.
Did y'all hear about Drewski no longer playing?
I was going to say that
music involving ops and like I guess like direct diss songs. Or
DJ Drewski announces that he will no longer play Diss Gang records. Now, I don't know. Wait a minute. Did he go on to explain, is this like a takeover versus Ether or this new 2022 diss records where they talking about
the new shit. Like the drill music, everybody talk about their ops and shooting them and stuff like that. He's not doing it no more.
And like blatantly name dropping, you know what I mean?
Right.
Niggas saying they smoking on such and such pack or,
Right.
Geez, Gucci just dropped a new record. Talking about something. He got another Pookie Loke disc, so I don't know if that falls into that category.
Wait a minute, he dropped something else?
Yeah, he dropped something
talking about that?
Yeah,
not talking about it. It was in one of the bars.
It's the song that just dropped last week. It's a ghost of Pookie Loke in his house.
Why is he still?
I mean, when you survive, maybe for the rest of his life, he's going to have that energy.
That's weird now, though. Like that's showing you that he's not over it.
I think that too.
That's some mental health stuff too. Like he's still not scared, but he still thinks about it in his mind.
That was what he said in his verses. He said, "Try to kill me, like try to kill me. Send some more. I send him in the bag. Like that's his mind." And
if you still rapping about the same event that happened like 10 years ago, nigga,
you gotta rap about your life, fam.
But that's not that. I guess that's my point. His life is so much better than it was back then.
I don't want no.
But he's still talking about that stuff. Like Gucci now, like Gucci is the man now. Like it's not. It's way different than what he was when that happened.
What you saying? You saying the bar? Saying the lyrics?
Nah. It was something about Lil Durk. My fault.
Okay, but hey, if nobody's going to tell Gucci, this probably just falls into the category of somebody or his fans reacting like, "Yo, Gucci, like you got to move past this." If nobody's going to tell him.
Right.
Or if he thinks that this ignorant rap is what his claim to fame is, he's going to continue to do it. It's, just the way it works.
Now that Jay said something about Lil Durk, I kind of thought I did hear him saying something like he's changing something. Right, Jay? Is that what you're looking for? Lil Durk.
I think he said that he wasn't. I heard about that. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, he said he's changing something when it comes to his lyrics and how he's approaching music now. Like all his stuff is not going to be stuff like that anymore.
It's a lot of speculation because they're saying Lil Durk poking a bear with his lyrics addressed to the NBA young boy and Quando Rondo. I don't want no niggas you can catch. I want one that you pay for. We on his ass. He in the A. You show how long you stay for. Ain't no hotel room. We pop outside the Hyatt with Dracos.
But this right here might be like shout out to DJ Drewski because this could be huge though if more DJs took it upon themselves and did this because. If the record label sees that but if they're only getting signed because it's profitable and DJs and radios are playing it, but if you stop playing the music, then there's no money in it, right?
But he's the only one that took the stance. And then when you hear people comment, which is people, so
right.
I get it.
Let that
they're
white
bringing
man
up
dictate.
Right. They're bringing up.
Dictate
they're
what
bringing
gonna
up.
be played in hip hop. No,
it doesn't matter because it's coming from the white man, and he's not flex. He's not. He's not one of these big black DJs. That sounded weird.
Well, I
big
just said
African American
DJs. Like I said, the other DJs.
I was gonna give you a pause, but I'm chilling.
That sounded super weird.
Yeah, I was gonna give you a pause, but I'm chilling.
Weird.
I said if the other DJs follow suit, I'm like, DJ Drewski, he just ain't gonna make a difference or nothing. But I just think that
Well, I mean,
but Drewski is the one that is on Hot 97
Start.
that does promote underground artists. Like Drewski is the one that he has like the movement where it involves, either underground artists or just new artists that's not big or whatever the case may be.
well, after this, he won't have it no more.
No, I think he will.
How? You think
I
they're
think
gonna
he
really
will.
change how they make music because of him?
Nah, I mean, no, oh, no, yeah, nah, they're not. But it's hopefully it gives highlight to other artists who
That don't talk that shit. Yeah,
correct.
I get
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Like maybe we could put some. See, I can't blame it on hip hop when people come into the culture and take it and do what they want, like I did earlier, and still shit on them when somebody tries to change it. Not saying this is going to work, but the conversation of, like I say, having a union, having a health care package for stuff like that for artists, and just things, and just starting the conversation is all you can really do right now. I don't think we'll see any change in our lifetime, but just starting that conversation, I think is dope.
We didn't talk about Brian Flores in the NFL. That's how I kind of feel about him right now. We
Yeah.
didn't talk about that at all.
I saw your tweet on it, and I saw you say you didn't want to talk or you didn't want to comment on it. What is your stance on it, though?
Because my stance is, I don't know, you just got to be smart when it comes to certain stuff, especially when it comes to race in the NFL, because we all know that is racist. Obviously, they have all white owners, so all 32 teams, right? It's all owned by old white men. The stuff that he's saying about the Giants and the Denver Broncos, we want that something to happen with that, but it's not. Because all the stuff that he said is kind of like hearsay and it doesn't prove anything. He can't prove racism in any one of those situations. The big thing with Brian Flores is the major thing is going to be the stuff that people don't care about when it comes to race. It's when he was with Miami and his owner wanted him to purposely lose for financial compensation. That right there is way bigger than the stuff that we want to be happen out of this case. Like the racism stuff is not going anywhere, yo. Because the stuff that happened or he's talking about isn't really necessarily a racism thing. He can't prove it. It's almost like how I felt in those situations. So he's trying to give like light to the situation, how he felt. But like when it comes to the legal stuff, what the NFL is going to have to do is answer for the stuff that happened in Miami, not the Giants in Denver.
He got offered $100,000 for every loss that he did. So
So
when
when
he went
you
on
do
that
that-
6-7-0 run,
Right. So
the
when
owner
you
was
do
mad.
that, combined with the fact that they fired him because of that, that's going to be huge. It's going to be a major investigation. If it comes out to be true, the owner for the Miami Dolphins is going to have to sell his team. Because when it comes to that and betting, once they start finding out if that's true, and those games that he did, quote unquote, could have threw, and is online betting and stuff now when it comes to football in damn near every state, that's going to be way bigger than the stuff that he's talking about with the Giants and the Broncos.
So my question is, as a black man, would you want to interview because you have to interview me?
Nah, but see, that's the misconception about, especially when it came to the Giants too, because they couldn't use he felt as though they used his interview as a sham. But he wasn't the only black coach interviewed. They interviewed 3 black coaches.
And what's the rule? You have to order. Have to interview one.
One. Okay. So he wasn't the first or the last black coach they hired. He was right in the middle. They interviewed Patrick Graham first, who was black. Then they interviewed him. Then they interviewed another guy by the name of Leslie Frazier from
Shout
Buffalo.
out to Patrick Graham, Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm mad. Yeah, y'all got our defensive coordinator. But anyway, he was on interview too. So he's really mad at the fact that he's gone through this process so many times. That's just the last process that he felt that way, that it was a shame. But it clearly wasn't, because they had other black coaches to interview the job. And the owner, personally asked him to interview before everybody else. So in terms of that, he's not going to be able to prove the racism aspect, even though everybody wish that he can. That's the major thing about this. It's all about what you can prove. He's not going to be able to prove the racism part.
Yeah, my problem with this entire thing is just like, we all know that the NFL is the good old boy league. I remember a few years ago when the Colin Kaepernick situation happened, and players put it out there that they wanted to boycott the draft. They wouldn't do it because a lot of players said it's their dream.
Right. They're not going to do that. Yeah.
So they're not going to do it, regardless if they know that they're walking into the good old boy league.
Yeah.
As a child, it's their dream to play for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of who is suing and who is suing or who knows what, they love this game, even though they know it's the good old boy league.
Mm-hmm.
We heard about the Rooney Rule where you got to interview one black coach. That don't mean they got to hire you. They know they still need some fixing to do.
The fact that the Rooney Rules even had to take place is stupid. It already proves that you're racist. The fact that I have to put this rule in place in order for you to interview black people.
So for the fact that these black men feel some type of way because they thought that a white guy likes you, you did one hell of a good job as an offensive coordinator. Not saying he was one, but you just saying like
I know what you mean.
They feel like they're building relationships. That's just me. That's just one thing that black people we do.
It's all about relationships.
When we think people like us, we think that we can defy the odds just because, hey, somebody likes me. No, they like you because you're in your position. They like you because you're on that one particular team. We all see there's so many coaches that just get rehired and fired.
No matter how bad they are.
And you watch them. They don't want to do nothing because their lifelong goal is to play for the NFL, coach in the NFL, do everything NFL. And once again, they're not going to make no real change. I don't know how far this lawsuit's going to go. Good luck to them. Stress yourself out because you wanted to join a league that don't benefit you at all. Besides, put money in your pocket and allow you to play your childhood dream. But other than that, I hope you got an exit plan because you're just going to be a shuffle in a deck of look at all these black offensive coordinators.
So you're saying that you already know how the NFL is. Why should you expect anything different? That's what you're saying?
I think that is what I'm saying, but that's me.
I'm not saying it's not about disagree or agree. I can see why anybody could say that. That makes perfect sense. But it's just that we're not in the position of being those athletes or coaches that grew up in it like that.
So it
makes sense. Like you can see both. Like I can see both sides.
Y'all got a passion for it. Y'all got a passion. Okay, cool. But you know where you're going. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if you go up that street, you know what's over there, right? Do your thing. I can't stop you from going.
At some point, I don't know. Since it's 32 owners. NFL is a private company. The NFL is owned by all of the owners. If that makes sense. It's 32 owners. None of them are black. It's all old white men or a couple white women also. Older. So at one point, if you complain about racism, at what point do you leave instead of complain?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
So if it's 70, if the league, they already said the league is over 70% black when it comes to players. None of the head coaches are black except for one. There are a number of like coordinators and assistant coaches and GMs that are black also, but there's only one black head coach. One thing about the NFL I think people should not care about is, well, not care about, but have to realize that the head coach is the face of the franchise. It's a lot of people saying that your team is not racist or your team is not this because they have a black GM. That doesn't mean anything because the GM is not seen like that. The face of your franchise is the head coach. It's not the owner. It's not the GM. So it is that's why it is numerous or a handful and multiple black GMs though. We don't never cry about black GMs because there's always a lot of black GMs, but there's no black head coaches. The head coach is the one who talks before and after every game, who has the show like on the team network or whatever. It's not the GM. So until these white people get comfortable with having the face of their franchise as a black man, just like Pittsburgh is comfortable with Mike Tomlin, it will never change.
And what's his name? Brian Flores, right? Something like that?
Right.
That's his name?
Brian Flores.
Yeah. I'm not against his allegations or whatever.
Where's it going? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I just hope that you're. That's what I'm saying. I just hope you're in it for the long. Yeah,
that's what I tried. I wanted to tweet that, but you know how niggas is.
Yeah,
the racism stuff ain't going nowhere.
I just hope that he's ready to take it to where I thought it's going to go because they're going to. They're
here's the
on
crazy
your
part,
ass,
right?
pal.
Here's the crazy part, right? A lot of people talk about, well, he'll never get a job now. Well, is no job is going to hire you if you're currently suing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter what your resume say. Like, he's actually a finalist on the Texans job and the Saints job right now. He's a finalist. He's not going to get either one of those jobs. He can't. They're not going to employ, like, he's basically suing the owner because the owners are the NFL.
But that's the part that I hate when I say they talk to us like we stupid. I hope he knew that he was not getting the
He had
job.
to.
You get what I'm saying? But that's
to,
the threat that they throw out there. You're never going to come back because they know this is.
But they know that though. Like, he should know that.
But they know that. Oh, you love this sport, and we're going to take it from you because of the love of the game. Nothing will change, whether it be hip hop, whether it be football. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, see how basketball is different. But when that Sterling guy did what he did, the Clippers owners, they got him out of there. Y'all gonna listen to us. So it is what it is, but football is different.
That's because it's a huge difference, because when in terms of basketball, not only is it's a more star-driven league, it's more individual-driven.
Yeah.
Football is all team-driven. They don't never market a single player unless it's like the quarterback and stuff like that. That was the whole point of, like, the face of the franchise argument that I was talking about. The reason why it was no black quarterbacks back in the day is because your quarterback is the face of the franchise, just like your head coach. It's not going to be your wide receiver or your running back or anything. It's going to be your quarterback and head coach. Those are the ones that talk the most. Those are the reasons why they're not black, because they speak for the organization the most. So until you have black owners that are comfortable with the face of their organization being black, you would not have change. So that means that if the ownership are not going to change, then it's never going to change.
Well, shout out to Brian Flores. I hope you saved up enough money. Hope you have a second hobby that you like to do.
Yeah, I hope. Football. I just hope he's financially compensated for the rest of his life for his kids, because I know the type of money he could have made in coaching. I'm not saying that he's not going to be able to coach anymore. He might get coach in another league. I don't think the NFL is out though.
XFL,
go to college. I think he'll be an excellent college coach, and the fact that he even did this kind of proves to me he should be in college anyway. He should be shaping young men, not trying to change the NFL. It's not going to work. You can't change something that they don't want to change.
Yeah,
the people in power is not going to change.
I like that post you posted when you met. I don't know if you know him, but how he was breaking it down, like how he's saying like majority of the owners are white, and then like in business in any industry, when you're hired, people usually hire their homeboys. They're hiring people they have a relationship with. They're hiring. You get what I'm saying? Pretty much. Look at what we did. We went and got the Patriots GM. And then we have the Patriots. We have the Patriots offensive coordinator.
So it's naturally that Patrick Graham went over there because he was defensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Everybody that we're hiring in the front office and coaching pretty much has had a previous relationship with the Patriots.
And when it comes to the Giants, we hired the GM from Buffalo, and he hired the offensive coordinator from Buffalo. And we're called racist because we didn't hire Brian Flores. So yeah.
So it's like, but I'm not against it, but I guess it's me, and I would have to check myself if I was ever in that position. But it just feels weird to take it.
You're against what?
Not against it, but it sounds weird to me when it's like when teams have to interview at least one minority, like they have to.
It's a rule.
It's a rule, but the reason to put the rule in the first place is because you're racist. They know that you're racist, so they're forcing you to give a black person a chance. The fact that they have to make that rule in the first place already shows you
they're acknowledging,
because we
know what's going on.
The owners own the NFL, so that means they gave themselves that own rule because they know how they are.
Like that shit.
Like, think about that. It's the same thing with the commissioner. Everybody keep blaming the commissioner. The commissioner works for the owners,
right?
So all the stuff that all the rules that being put in place is not Roger Goodell.
He's just the face of it.
His job is to be the face for the owners.
And also,
that's why it would never be a black commissioner.
because
just like a head coach.
Because you just reminded me of Roger Goodell, and Jay's here. I mean, it is about race sometimes, but sometimes the streets need a body, and we saw what it did with John Gruden. Like,
the streets definitely need a body.
Go ahead and try to battle us.
Yeah, you ever notice that none of the bodies are the owner is never the body?
They were searching for the Washington Commanders emails.
The owner is never the body.
And at the time, it was John Gruden brother.
Right.
But his
brother was the head coach of the team. But who gets in trouble? Not the owner of the team. Not the owner of the team.
And not even his fucking brother.
And not even his brother. He got in trouble.
And then when they said we discovered John Gruden's emails, they said the investigation is done. We found nothing else. The end. And y'all moved on.
In the Brian Flores case, sooner or later they might have to subpoena Bill Belichick's phone. How you think that's going to work out? You think Bill is going to nothing's going to happen to these niggas, man?
And that wasn't even like a direct message that he was saying. He pretty much was saying, "I think he's going to get
and
the
job."
So
it
wasn't even like a, "Hey, yo, I heard such and such getting a job."
So all his lawyers is going to say, the NFL's like, well, how would Bill come forth with this information? What's his source? Bill's going to say, well, I just heard it from somebody.
Didn't the text message read, I heard you got the job? He didn't say.
He doesn't work for the Giants. So all they're going to say is that, he was wrong.
Now, this might sound like we're not fighting for the black man. We are. We just don't see him.
That's why I was like, when I texted this, I was like, yo, I'm on Brian Flores' side, but if you really want to know what I think, I might have to pod about it. I'm not tweeting this shit out because you're going to call me a coon or something, and I'm not. Like, much as I would want him to win, the evidence that he's presenting is not the business. Let's just say that. He needs more than that, or we need more than that in order to change things.
Absolutely.
Because I want change too. But it ain't going to be this, unless it's just the stuff in Miami needs change. The racist stuff it's not going anywhere.
I seen somebody tweet, he's not even black. He's Ecuadorian or Honduras.
And his wife is white too. I don't know if that matters, but his last name is Flores. His wife is white, so
his parents immigrated from Honduras and settled in New York. So
the theme of the story,
like he ain't black, right? Like we gonna say all that, he's still not a black man though.
The theme of the story, the theme of this podcast has been using your privilege. He decided to use the skin. He decided
to use his Ecuadorian privilege.
Well, since I look black.
Not even his Ecuadorian privileges. I've seen fans say it. Like
I know. I was just bullshit. But maybe Brian Flores. Crazy part is, I feel for Brian Flores. He's actually from Brooklyn. The Giants would have been his dream job. I really think that's why he's mad about not getting it.
Maybe we need to cut this podcast.
A white man got that job instead of him, and he was mad.
We need to cut this because what you just said is a damning argument in court.
Fam.
Emotion. Because
that's what I'm saying. He lost his dream job. He from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
If this was the Tennessee Titans, we would have never had this loss.
So imagine if I would have tweeted all this. Nah, nigga, y'all ain't gonna jam me up. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, what I'm gonna do? I hope he wins though. I hope he gets. Well, he's not gonna win, but I hope he gets financially compensated for the rest of his life that he wouldn't have to worry about coaching the NFL. Fuck the NFL.
You ready to play some music?
Yeah, man. All R&B for me this month. About to start teaching some lessons. We'll check y'all out. Salute to Roland in the chat. All the people that looked at us today. This beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out.
You. Hit the like button, please.
Hold on. Let me see. I always forget to get my little.
We do.
Let me put that on the screen while I go off. Ow.
Man, I be forgetting myself.
Smash the like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Okay,
play these songs. Peace.